and I am hyped about that. I can't lie to you. You feel me? Do you feel me, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. Let's make sure this is right. What? Hold up. Wait a minute. Where is that? I can't find it. Here it is. No. Where is the Peacemaker cover? There's that one. Oh, here we go. Can I just name this? Yeah. Give me Peacemaker Vert. Okay, baby. Let's use that one. All right, we are live on YouTube and on regular YouTube and Shorts right now. So let me know how y'all doing, no matter where you at, tuning in with us. One's in the chat if you are hyped for today's episode, and of course, if you see that pinned message, drop all your thoughts, theories, and questions for Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 6. And we also got that poll going. Who's been the MVP of Season 2 so far? Peacemaker, Economist, Harcourt, or Adebayo? Go ahead and drop your votes in the chat, yo. I want to know how you're doing. I want to know how we doing. We got like 2 minutes until this episode drops, ladies and gentlemen. So we don't have long to nerd out and theorize, but after the episode, we'll definitely be diving into things, talking about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? I was just watching the new Rockstars breakdown of the Peacemaker episode, and bro, the apparently what, like, when we see Peacemaker and when we see the top trio at the end of the last episode and they're like in the sky with Eagly and they're flying and then they go and fight and then they come back, and then when we see them again, or when we see Peacemaker again, excuse me, he's like in the Argus headquarters, like walking up towards Harcourt, and then the episode ends. Well, on the freaking, like, on the TV, on the news, it shows that what they went and fought was the kaiju that Superman had basically fought in that movie. So the top trio beat the kaiju, the one that Superman and the Justice Gang beat in his movie. Like that. That's kind of what they were doing then. So I don't know if that means canonically where we are within the other universe, which is looking like it's going to be Earth X, just from a lot of stuff. Like, I was kind of already feeling like it was like mad interesting, and then when I finally went and watched all the new Rockstar stuff today, they were like, yeah, well, not they, but it was just like, bruh, this might be a little, this universe might be a little, a little schmatziest, if you will, if you will. You feel me? It definitely seems like what's going on. So but I don't know. I don't know what your guys' thoughts might be on the season or any of that stuff so far. So I definitely want to know how you're feeling about it. The last 3 episodes set up Man of Tomorrow. Yeah, which I'm pretty hyped about. I think that would be, I think that'll be freaking awesome. Like, I think that'll be awesome. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with Man of Tomorrow, because it's pretty obvious that Man of Tomorrow is going to be like a Brainiac thing. And it's going to be like Luther and Superman versus that Brainiac, however that will go. And so I'm hoping that we can kind of do some, if we do some multiversal shenanigans with it or something, and that kind of is the reason why all this other stuff is happening too, I wouldn't mind. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad at that, to be completely honest. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you, I want to know how you guys would be feeling about getting like a multiversal Brainiac type of thing going on. Like, that's how the Brainiac gets into the DCU. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you'd be okay with that. Let me get a 2 in the chat if you want it to be some inner universe thing instead. I just want to know how you might feel about that. All right, chat. It is 6 o'clock on the dot. We in the drop top, cruising the streets. Let's go ahead and get that going. I hope you're ready, brothers, because we're about to get it cracking. So if you're new around here, there is no way I'll be able to show this entirety of this. What the shit? Where is episode 6? Oh no. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, Ignorance is Chris, episode 6, 36 minutes. Yo, these haven't been the longest episodes, but they've all still been really good. All right, so we're gonna get into episode 6 of Peacemaker right now, and I hope you guys are ready for it. I'm not gonna be able to show you the entirety of the episode from start to finish because that's just not how the YouTube gods get down. But what I will be able to do is flash it for you here and there. No Girls Gone Wild, but flash it for you here and there, and then, get it cracking with the episode, all right? And then on 3, we will all press play so we can enjoy this episode together, all right? So without further ado, it is time to get into our watch party and review of Season 2, Episode 6 of Peacemaker. On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's get it. I'm excited.
About a lot of things that people
Ignorance is Chris. Yo, okay, get this dude off of my screen, okay? I have no time. I have no time for that man's shenanigans right now. You feel me? It's like a goddamn comic book episode. You know what I mean? Oh, snap. Bro started whooping that man's ass, too.
Unconscious? Shocked, but it's fatal.
Hey, if you guys haven't already, please drop a like on the stream because it does help out tremendously around here.
Moron. Why the fuck would you do this?
Now Smith thinks I'm messy and that I'm motivated by revenge. Fight me, motherfucker! Maybe he'll lead us exactly where we need to go.
You ready for the next adventure, pal?
He closed the portal behind him. He can never get back.
Bro is not playing.
I'm trusting you to tell the others goodbye for me.
You saw Chris use this thing?
I think so.
We can't use it here. Argus will find it.
Use it? Why are we going to use it?
Because we're gonna get Chris back.
Yo, let's go. I'm excited, chat. I'm pretty pumped for this. Yo, what's up with it, Bobby? Welcome into the chat. How you doing? Hope everybody's doing good.
To my goofball son, Whisper. We've had some hard times. Came out the other side of that.
All right, am I tripping?
For us, we realized that this gorgeous little lady here is about the best thing that ever happened. Fucking here. Yeah.
Such wise words, August.
Yeah, everyone is definitely of the mountains of Caucasus.
Kids gathering around Blue Dragon Love. Take yourself. Something terrible at it. You know, pictures in your forehead. Let him take it. Kid, leave that. That's my own son talking to me. Too much respect. Look, it's a horrible photo.
Can you put me in the picture?
Yeah, it's a little much.
All right. I'll take it.
Oh. Thank you. Okay. That's a good intro right there. Did bro's face slip away? What the hell? What the heliante? Yo, what? Is it like time displacement? Maybe? What do you guys think? Is that time displacement happening in real time, basically? Like, since he's not from that universe, I don't know why that would do that in a picture, but, you know? I mean, it's pretty clear that they've put it that way in the MCU that, you know, going into another universe and living there is one of the things that, like, will cause a incursion. This intro is wild, bro. Got a feeling we'll find out soon? I agree, brother. I agree. Definitely a weird universe for show. Hey, look, all I'm going to say is if you look at this intro, it is a very diverse group of people. There's people of all races, shapes, and sizes, as it is in life. But in the universe that we just saw, it wasn't necessarily that. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. But we going to see. Ignorance is Chris. We going to see. I'm a little nervous. Hey, this is also awesome how we the episode's out right now. I think it's really cool how we've got to see Amelia be a completely different type of person in the other universe. What? Her name is not Lee. Oh, W bombs. Adrian is. No. But hardcore is hardcore. Yo. Not her, just keep going. Vigilante is a savage, gang. Not. That's. Why is bro? Why is bro working? Like what? Yo, I was just not ready. Hey, what's up with it, Brian? Welcome back, G. I think you do. There you go. The fuck? I mean, to be fair, she was standing right by bro when he did the entire process. Did she forget that there's an entire, like, cosmic boom that goes... Cosmic boom. That is the cosmic boom I was speaking of. They're gonna be so high. I mean, Killer Croc, yeah. This is crazy, bro. Yeah, Graville, that was definitely that. G, definitely a Killer Croc reference. Oh, this dude. Jesus. Is that not gonna show up on the blip thing? They didn't read the note. This dude is- This dude has been killing me, bro. Bro has been killing me the whole time, G. No way we're about to see Lex up in this bitch, chat. No way we're about to see Lex. Yo. Reverse Peacemaker? I like that. I like that. I didn't even... W reverse Peacemaker. So that means everyone in this is going to be a reverse somebody. All right, cool. Reverse Vigilante. Mm. Oh shit! No. She is completely different. I love how Blood has been mad confused anytime some weird ass shit's been going on. Okay, let's get a temp check chat. How are we feeling about this episode so far? Let me get a 1 in the chat if you're liking it. Let me get a 2 in the chat if you're not. I'm having a good time right now. Why the fuck is he? Why is he about to puke? Why is he? Bro, they didn't close the door? Oh, I didn't even notice that. I love Adebayo being the like not the glue, but like just locking in. You know what I mean? I love that, bro. If they have manta rays and so bro cares zero about his mom, my guy. I wonder if his mom is gonna get bro. You can't go into another multiverse, kill yourself, and then sleep with your multiversal version of yourself's girlfriend. Like, that is not okay on so many levels, PM. What are we doing? We still are only seeing that is wild. There is only white people everywhere. Like, and I think hardcore is noticing it. What? Okay, chat. Are we all on the same page that we have seen not one, like, not one other person of color or anything like that? Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, I forgot. She's legit covered in cocaine. Is that not something that she thought of? Don't start whooping ass. I thought she was about to just start. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, bro, I don't know what's about to happen, y'all. Is Peacemaker's dad in this universe gonna come home and Adebayo's gonna be in his house? That is the worst case scenario that could possibly happen. Not one pigmented person, not one. I ain't seen a drop of melanin, my boy. Vigilanteism. Vigilante. Cheerios? Huh. Oh my god. Wait, is that a hint to something? Is his dad is he gonna walk in and it's gonna be like filled with a bunch of like okay, the keys being the same is on par with the code being the same, but that's still so weird. That's so weird. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, this is terrible. This is terrible. It's Eagly. Eagly's like, yo, what's up? Wait, that was a black person. Oh, we're back in our dimension. Well, not our dimension, but we're back in the DCU. Is it Lex, bro? Let's go! What? What? They did the thing! When I tell you this shit is so comic booky, it's insane. I can't even begin to explain. Like this is comic booky as hell. This is how comics do shit all the time. Oh shit! Oh shit! Bro was on demon time. Oh shit. Oh my god. Said be goofy as a thread. Come on, chat. This is crazy. Hey, make sure you guys drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. Join the Discord. Ooh. This is I am oh shit. Am I hot? Bruh. So is he about to be like the new head of like the Suicide Squad or some crazy shit like that? Something to give him. Oh shit. Mind you, this dude just finished like this. Yeah, this is a lot going on. There's a lot going on right now. Um, what's up, everybody in the chat? How we feeling? Damn. Shit is heavy, son. Uh-oh. Wait, who is who? Who is who? Oh, because he hates racists and shit. He's basically like, oh my god, let's get it, let's get it. We're about to go crazy, Sons of Liberty, bro. Like this is going full steam ahead. Don't go for a walk out of bio, please. Oh no, Adebayo, no. No, stay inside. Yep. It's over, bruh. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh. One got out. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's Earth X, chat. Oh my goodness. That nigga said it's a black one got out. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. That shit was crazy. Oh shit. Yo. I knew Hardcore was looking around like, something's not right here, bro. We are in Earth X, bruh. Like, holy shit. No wonder they're like, what? Oh, bruh. So the Sons of Liberty in Earth X fighting against the Nazi regime that has no doubt taken over the world, bro. Holy shit. This is insane, bruh. This was crazy. What the That was crazy, chat. How are we feeling, yo? Let's get a temp check in the chat, yo.
Haunts.
She haunts is insane. Are we not going to get an end of the episode trailer for next week? Nah, we're going to get one right now. Right? Nope.
Yeah,
There we go.
What? It's your brother, Keith. Something's not right about him.
That the guy?
Luther says that's the guy.
What's my reason for helping you?
Who the hell was that?
Why'd you come back here?
Freeze everyone now! Get back, you kids!
Brother.
Peace unlocked.
Yo. Holy
Here's your first bag
shiitake
of
mushrooms. Like, how are we feeling, chat? Okay, again, let's get a temp check going, okay? Let's get episode... Okay, shut the fuck up. Let's get episode 6 temp check. Let me get a 1 in the chat if you liked that episode. Let me get a 2 in the chat if you did not. And let me get a 3 in the chat if you're just happy to be here. 1 in the chat if you liked it. 2 in the chat if you didn't. 3 in the chat if you're just happy to be here. I want to get a good temp check of how everybody is feeling after that episode. And then I'm going to also get into my review of the episode while you guys tell me about how you're feeling, okay? So, let's see. Let's get, yo, that was a crazy episode, y'all. I was so not ready for that, bro. Like, I was not ready for that. We're in Earth X, man. Like, it is full on. They went there, bro. Like, they went there. Full blown, bro. Like, I was and seeing it from this point of view of them all chasing Adebayo down the street, like, I immediately got an uneasy feeling when Adebayo walked out and then started going down the street. I was like, oh no, please, please do not, please no. Like, this is not good. This is not a good thing that's about to happen right now. And indeed, it was not a good thing that happened. Like, bro, that was just insane. I wasn't ready for it, bro. Like, wow. Let's get it, bro. Let's get it, man. Like, that was a good episode, man. That was a good episode. I see everybody jumping in the chat. Tell me how you're feeling about it. Make sure you guys drop all your thoughts, theories, all your questions for this episode in the comment section down below. We're about to get nerdy with it, yo. We're going to be diving on in, seeing what's going on. Because I like that shit was crazy. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy completely. I was not ready for that in any way, shape, or form. Even the like because the thing is, they kind of built up to that moment, right? Like it's not like, oh my god, I didn't expect it, because I guess I did expect it. We kind of were talking about it before the episode. I didn't expect it to be executed in such a good way. Like, they executed that reveal, and just, it was a really good reveal right there, bro. Like, it was like, we knew it was coming, but they still hit us with, like, get her, it's a black, like, what got out? Like, even with the, like, while revealing that this is obviously a terrible regime that you would be one, like, this is a terrible place, but they're also giving us more understanding of why there aren't any people of color or anything like that at all by any means around. And I also enjoyed it being Harcourt. That is the one that was like, she looking around like, bro, why are there white people everywhere? And it is something, I feel like that's something that would be very noticeable, just period. I mean, in this day and age, everywhere you go, it is a very much, you know, it's very much a diverse, like, diverse mixing pot of people. So being able to have that kind of be seated in all these episodes where you go from one universe and you look at the background. I mean, just look at who is the leader of Argus, right? And then his right hand woman, and then, like, all of the people that worked at Argus in this universe of the DCU are obviously such a big diverse group of people, and then you go over here and then it's like, oh, not so much so that. And then and then when he's talking about the music, like, they're basically saying, like, you know, music is, there's not a wide range of different music stuff, and I mean, even going down to Def Leppard being spelt regularly, right? I think even the misspelling and the punk, like, all of that stuff has so much, you know, roots to all these other things. So it's just crazy to see how this universe really was mirroring our own, but in a completely different manner, to where we get to see it, you know, like this, bro. Like, I like this, brother. I like this. And it looks like you guys liked it too, man. Don't forget to drop some likes on the stream if you haven't already, because it definitely helps out tremendously around these parts. We're about to get into chat to see how you guys are feeling about episode 6. I want to know all your thoughts, all your theories, and questions about this episode. Yo, that was crazy. Yo, that was crazy, chat. I freaking knew it, Derp said. What's up with the Derpy, baby? How you doing, Jay? I wonder if we see Earth X Batman. Oh, that would be pretty cool. What do I rate this episode? I guess that's a pretty good question. What do I rate this episode? I think it did really good job with the reveals of giving us, you know, we got reveals all the way around. We finally get to know how Harcourt really feels. We finally get to know a lot of those different things like that. We also got some world building. I mean, this was the reveal episode, and I'm happy that we got to get all of these reveals now. So that means that episode 7, 8, and not 7, 8, 9, just episode 7 and 8 are going, because I think there's only 8 episodes this season and not 9. I might be mistaken about that. I can't. Somebody let me know if that's right or wrong. But still, it's really cool that we get that, because now we know what the groundwork is for what we're going to get the climax into, or climax from. It's about to go down. Everybody's about to start get, like, you know, we're about to get GI Robot up in this piece, right? We're about to start killing Nazis. And that's one thing that I thought was awesome, that was also really awesome about Vigilante, is the fact that he is the exact same way in this universe lets us know that he is actually, like, all of his personal feelings from the other thing, it's gonna let us know, right? Like, bruh, he's killing everybody, bro. Like, and then it's gonna be dope to see the two, like, those two vigilantes doing shit with each other. You know they're gonna be smacking shit left and right. You just know that these vigilantes are going to be absolutely taking people out, bro. Like, once they get the chance to, once they know that they're gonna be taking Nazis out, like, they're gonna be down for it. And I think that's super cool. Yo, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Like, there's a lot of different like characters and people and stuff that would probably not happen in this universe because of how things are. And we also got the reveal that basically Argus and Lex Luthor are in a partnership. Luthor Corp and Argus are going to be in some type of partnership while Luther is still in jail behind bars. Crazy to even get that reveal of him being in this. Very similar to like how we kind of get these, like, I guess you can say that was very Batman coded, if you will. Just that discussion, that conversation behind bars, how it was going on, like that felt very Batman coded, and that's not a bad thing either. I like that. And you know, they even talked about Van Cole. And I saw Mike Beasley giving us some information about Van Cole. If I can find that message, I think it's gone now because there's a lot of people chatting. Yeah, I don't think I see the Van Cole comment anymore. Beasley, if you're still in here, let us know something about Van Cole, please. G. I like that though. Do you think we're going to be getting a Bat family member? I don't know, man. We might be getting a member of the Bat family. We might be getting a member of the Bat family. I think it's very possible. Dude, S+ tier episode. Yeah, I agree. Insane cliffhanger. Yeah, the really good cliffhanger. That was a really good episode. I'm not going to lie. If only it wasn't so short. It was very short, but I also think that the shortness of the episode gives more... I don't know what else to say. It makes it a little bit more impactful because you just get the tidbits of what you need right then and there, and then you're able to keep it going. You know what I mean? Like, I like when you're able to I like when you're able to get the meat and potatoes of what matters here. You know, that's my vibe right there. Give me the meat and potatoes of things. Yo, I know chat is going crazy right now. If you guys want your chat to be definitely read or highlighted or to be showcased or want me to deep dive on anything specific, you can always send in a super chat and then I will do just that. All right, y'all. Let's see. What's else? I need the next 2 episodes to be an hour and a half long. I feel that, bro. I feel that. Hey, what's up with you? Yeah, welcome back, Tariq. I hope you're having a good one today. Shout out to everybody that's back from our Marvel Zombie stream that we did the other day. Shout out to all of you guys. I appreciate you. Shout outs for being back up in here, yo. Keep on coming back. I love to see your faces, yo. The simultaneous reveals while everyone was split up was awesome, yo. Yeah, this was the revelation episode. Like 100%, this was the revelation episode. You got all of the stuff that you needed from this. I feel like now the table has already been set. We started our meal, and now we're kind of gonna get ready for dessert, for lack of better words, right? So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited to see what's gonna be going on with Lex Luthor as well. I think the prisoner in the next episode is Lee Pace. He's worked with Gunn before. Oh, I wonder what character that's going to be, though. Yeah, I don't know who that was. Any guesses, chat? Any guesses on who is going to be showcased in the next episode as being the person that is helping them find whatever they need to do or whatever the hell? I think we all knew it was coming, but they did that reveal super well. Yeah, we all knew a lot of the reveals that we got in this episode were on the way. But then when you actually just get them, it just feels nice, man. It feels pause. But it was nice. It was dope. Yeah, of course he joined the Sons of Liberty. He's fact. James is going to confirm that the next 3 episodes we have major cameos. I can't wait to find out who else. Okay, so there are 9 episodes this season. I couldn't remember if it was 8 or 9. If we have 3 more episodes, we are absolutely cooking. Like, Peak just entered the chat and it's about to go up. They better not hurt ads. I don't think they're gonna hurt ads. One, I think Eagly would really come through and like really demolish some stuff. Yo, shout out to Lala420. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Super Fam. I hope everybody's having a good day. I got my Superman jersey on. You feel me? I got my Superman jersey. You dig? You dig what I'm saying? One's in the chat if you dig in the Superman jersey. Shout out to my beautiful wife for getting me the Superman jersey, yo. What the fuck just happened? Yo, what's up with it, Terrell? Welcome back, my guy. I know. I have no idea what just happened either, bro. Like, that was insanity, man. I definitely was not prepared in any way. Like, I just was not prepared, bro. Lex faking with the cane, trying to get some years off. Hey, Hey, you got to do whatever floats your boat. You feel me? Like, you got to make it happen if you're going to make it happen. Economist saved his own life, unfortunately, but it's on par with what Economist has been doing, right? Like, Economist has been doing that the entire time. He's been way more interested in preserving his own life instead, right? All right, guys, make sure you rate episode 6 on a scale of 1 to 10 in the chat right now. Let me know how you're feeling. Let's get a good temp check going on that. Give me a rate of 1 to 10 in the chat of how you're feeling. Uh, 9.5 out of 10 for me. Ooh, okay, Terrell, you was rocking with it. Earth X Superman was confirmed a few days ago. I don't know that for a fact. I think Vigilante's gonna save her. Yo, the Vigilante gang. I'm wondering if this Vig is gonna come back with this Vig, and we're gonna have 2 Vigilantes, or if the other Vigilante is going. Our Vigilante is gonna die, and the other Vigilante takes his place, and then everyone actually ends up liking him more. I think that's fucked up, but that's probably something that would happen. Hey, shout out to you, Amber. Welcome to the Super Fam. I appreciate you. Thank you for the subscriber to Diski. Yo, okay, I'm seeing some solid ratings here. I see 10, 8.8, 7.5, 8, 10, 8 pretty good, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 8, 9, 9, 9.8. Okay. Overall, everybody really enjoyed the episode. I like that. I like to see that you guys were enjoying the episode because I was enjoying the episode as well. I enjoyed it very much. I think I can give it a solid I think I could give it a solid like 8.5, maybe even a 9, honestly. Maybe even a 9, because I think everything James Gunn does this thing, James Gunn does this thing where every line of dialogue either sets up the plot, it's either funny in some type of way, or it just matters, right? Everything that's said matters. And in this episode, the context of every conversation held if the same amount of weight or a little bit more weight. And then it allows for the funniness that's going on, even though it kind of does, like, I don't know, I don't want to say break the ice, but you have a good flow of rhythm with these episodes, when, like, the way that they're paced and everything, right? Even though it was a short episode, did it feel like a short episode? Not really, because we had so many reveals and so many things going on that we were actually, like, consumed in the episode, to where, of course, we want more, but it's not like we feel like, oh man, these episodes need to be longer. No, we really want them to be longer. I think these episodes have actually been exactly as long as they need to be. They're covering everything that you need. They're hitting the beats that you need to be hit, and then we're moving on. You know what I mean? And then we're moving on. And I feel like that's the way that it should be. That's the way, I like it. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, because it just feels like that for me, yo. Let's see. I'm trying to get another poll going here. Okay, I got a good question here. Now that we are in this universe and we know it's about to be going down, all I read was a black, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what happened in the episode, my guy. Like, that was crazy. Yo, the episode was wild. The episode was wild. All right, I got a new poll out there for you guys right now. Do you think a major character will die this season? Okay, I want to know what you guys are thinking about that, especially now that we have all of this, all these crazy things going on with Earth X. I know we're all praying for ads. We don't want anything to happen to ads, and ads might be safe, but if ads is safe, do we think Economist is out of here? What's gonna be going on next, bro? Like, I don't even know. This is gonna be insanity. Oh, best super TV Best superhero TV show, hands down. It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there, especially with live action. Great episode. The scientist from Luthor Corp, glasses and mustache. I'm closing the freaking rift. Oh, you think that's who the guy is? Okay. What if Brainiac has been actually on Earth for a while and that's where they reveal him next week and Lee is playing him like somehow gotten a hold of him? Oh, shit. That would actually be insane, bro. That actually would be insane. So I already said to rate episode 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, and I think we got a lot of 8s and 9s, which is really solid. That's definitely solid. Let me see if it's possible to do what I'm trying to do. No, that's doing the most. I just want to know if it's possible to get like an actual, to have chat vote on what they like thought like the rating of the episode. And then to actually get that overall number after the fact. There probably is somehow to do it, but best episode of the season so far? Yo, I liked it too, Guillermo. I'm not gonna lie. It was a solid one. Can't wait to see how it all ends. For real. Like, this episode was so good that the next episode could be the finale, and we got 3 more episodes. Do you know what I mean? Like, this show is just structured crazy, bro. Like, the show is structured. Yo, 9 out of 10 is diabolical. Yo, shame this man. Shame. Am I the only one that doesn't know what comes after this? Besides rescuing everyone, closing the portal, and stopping Rick Flag? Isn't it funny how it's like we know that's going to happen, but we have no idea the way that we get to those spaces. James Gunn is able, again, I'm not like, I don't know what else to say, bro. It's just James Gunn is able to do these things that it's like, even though something is quote unquote predictable, or there is a trope that is obviously known and being used, we're still able to be completely intrigued and like just completely consumed by the episode regardless. And it's like, damn. I think Earth X Harcourt is sleeping with Augie. That would be diabolical, bruh. Hell nah. I just finished watching it, man. It's peak. Yeah, that shit is, yeah, it was crazy. It was definitely insane. Again, in no way, shape, or form was I ready for what we saw. He said, I'm black, and then I threw my head back and bro, it was the entire sequence, right? It was the woman driving, staring in disgust, and then pulling over, and then she tells someone that there's a black person, and then bruh, as he's driving by, he stops, opens the door, starts honking the horn profusely, yells a black, points, and then says one got out, and then the entire neighborhood proceeds to create a mob and chases her down the street. Like, that is the most diabolical sequence that could have happened. I was like, bro, please. And I was like, the worst thing that could happen right now is Augie coming home and Adebayo being inside. Boy, was I wrong. It was her going for a fucking walk that was actually the worst thing that could have happened. Earth X Justin Gang would be insane. They probably don't even have anything like that. They're probably called something completely different. I mean, we do have the Sons of Liberty, so we'll see. This is the only one where I'm dying to see episode 7. Bruh, episode 7 is going to be fire. I think this was the funniest episode of the season. Yeah, I agree with that. It was really funny. They did a good job. They hit all the beats for sure. The episode's already out, my guy. We got the Lex cameo and confirmation of Earth X in the same episode, mind you. Wild. All that in the same episode. No chill. Who is the prisoner in the preview for next week? That's such a good question. I don't know who that is. I want to know though. I want to know who that is. Bad. Let me see if I can bring that moment up. Let's see. Speaker, so what's my reason for helping you? Like, look at this dude. What's my reason for helping you? I don't know who the hell that could be.
Not right about it.
That the guy?
Luther says that's the guy.
What's
Listen.
my reason for helping you?
What's my reason for helping you? Kind of sounds like, it almost sounds like Rick Flag Jr. Who was Lex talking about being in a cell beside? That's a good question. Somebody with like, I have no idea, honestly, but it was wild. What he said was absolutely diabolical. What an awesome reveal of it being Lex Luthor as well, chat. Am I right? Like, the build up is always so worth the payoff. Like, the payoff is so it's just amazing, man. Definitely can't wait for episode 7. Definitely hyped to see more Lex as well. After seeing Lex in this episode, I definitely could see a member of the Bat family in the finale. Could be more world building somehow. Yeah, I could definitely see someone with the Bat family as well. And what place did he say is what? Kunlun prison or something like that? It was something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it was that was said. Judo Master will be fine as long as he doesn't take off his mask. Part of me thinks that Earth X Augie might be a son of Liberty. Oh. Actually, that makes a lot of sense, especially because Augie in our Earth is already he was already a Nazi, like the head leader of the Nazis. So if these characters are like opposite of each other, then yeah, I could see that being the thing as well. Especially because he's all kind, caring, and loving. Even though he wouldn't really have any hatred because, he doesn't have anything to hate because they already won. So, yo, Dodo, it's been out, my guy. Also, got out? Where the fuck are you keeping everyone? This is also what I need to know. Like, is there a goddamn tunnel system? You know what I mean? Like, have the underground railroads been converted? Like, what's going on here? Bro, I have so many questions, brother. The new character that will be introduced in episode 7 does sound like Lee Pace. Knowing James Gunn preferring to work with recurring actors, it's not a stretch. Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. I'll try to have an answer about who that prisoner is by our Sunday stream. All right, chat, you heard him. That means make sure you subscribe, make sure you drop a like on the stream, and make sure you got those notifications on, because on Sunday, every Sunday, we do Cage updates where we give you guys updates on everything about comics, anime, gaming, and entertainment. So you're definitely going to want to tune in on that day when we're definitely going to be talking about Peacemaker and breaking it down even more. We might just do a full Peacemaker stream because this one was crazy. Definitely the best, but I thought we'd already be at a point of the season earlier and not with only 2 episodes left to go. Okay, I need to see how many episodes are actually left, because I've seen someone say 2, I've seen someone say 3. I thought there were 2 episodes left already, so I need to know what's going on here. Peacemaker Season 2. Oh, yeah, we only have 2 episodes left. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so yeah, there are only 8 episodes, not 9 episodes. We have 2 more episodes left this season. So that's cool, I guess. Hey, if you guys are on Serialized or any of those review websites and stuff like that, let me know. I'll make a post after this for everybody to drop their reviews in if anybody does reviews and stuff like that on them. Who was Lex talking about when he mentioned the lizard skin prisoner? Also, Lex's dialogue in this was insane. Props to James Gunn. Yeah, bro, the dialogue was definitely wild. He delivered everything perfectly. There's a goddamn gnat in here and it's trying to attack me. I want to see Lex inside Van Cole prison. Nothing but metas. Oh, shit. Yeah, see, I don't know a lot about DC, so I don't know about Van Cole. I got the big book of DC right here, chat. Drop a 1 in the chat if I should grab the big book of DC and see if it says anything about Van Cole. Could Lex have made another clone of Superman and it could be Superboy? That could be why my flag looks shocked. Nah, I don't think so. I think that will happen. I don't think it's happened yet. I think part of the downfall of Ultraman is the fact that he was dumb as shit, right? Like, Lex literally had to give him orders in order for him to actually be able to hold up in a fight. So if he thinks man, I need to do that same thing, but I don't want him to be too strong, I want to be able to give him an influence, I feel like that's the type of mind that this Lex has, and it will cause him to make Superboy or something at least Superboy adjacent. Don't know what that means, but pick up what I'm putting down. And not to mention, he had Crypto for a while. He had Crypto in suspended animation. They could have been running tests and trying to get blood and doing all that stuff that entire time, bro. That entire time. So, yeah, I'm really interested to know what's going to happen there. I wonder if Metamorpho could make kryptonite and he could then break off that kryptonite and then use it himself. Because if that's something that happened, dangerous. Episode 6 official podcast with James Gunn. The actor is also just released on YouTube a minute ago. Ooh, okay. Maybe we should watch that. I don't know how long that is. Is that shit 2 hours long or something? That's definitely Lee Pace. Other dude is right. Ronan the Accuser. Okay, hold on. Lee Pace. Oh. Maybe. That's bro from Foundation. Oh, yeah, that was definitely bro from Foundation's voice. I ain't gonna lie. That definitely sounded like bro from Foundation. He's worked with James Gunn before. Yeah, it sounded like him for sure. That kind of bums me out because I was hoping he'd be Bruce Wayne. Oh, that's an interesting choice for Bruce Wayne, Batman, and all that. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that. Not my first pick, though. Van Cole is definitely a metahuman in the comics. Oh, so he's getting played? Are you going to watch the official podcast? Okay, I can watch the official podcast. I hadn't planned on it, honestly, but I forgot that they even do that shit. Damn. Bitch ass gnat. All up in my grill, yo. Let's see. Peacemaker. What the hell did you say it's called? It's like the Peacemaker podcast or something. Oh, it's right here. Oh, it's not that long. Okay, okay. I'm gonna read a couple chats and then we'll get into that. I also got to take a leak, so that's gonna happen before we start this. James Gunn is a creative genius. Go to soundtracks, great characters, and good comedy. He definitely be doing the damn thing, bruh. I can't lie. Yo, what's up with it, Mikey? How you doing, G? Hope you having a good one. I don't know who Lee Pace would be playing. Yo, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna grab the big book of Marvel, and then I'm gonna take a leak real quick, and then we're gonna jump into the podcast and stuff as well. Okay. So what are we gonna do here? What are we gonna do here? Maybe this one. Let's do this.
What is up, super fam?
All right, I'll be right back.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture.
We started Marvel Bros back in 2019 because we have a love for not only Marvel movies and comics, but because we wanted to have a place where people could stay up to date with all pop culture news.
Here, you will have access to all of our content, whether it be trailer reaction.
You look like He-Man.
Oh!
And most importantly, controllable.
Go!
Character breakdowns. Welcome to Marvel Bros Breakdown.
Welcome to Marvel Bros Breakdown, where we dive deeper into characters and theorize about the latest films.
Pop culture news updates. On today's pop culture news update.
And on today's pop culture news update.
On today's pop culture news update.
Today's pop culture news update.
Or movie reviews.
We love to have open discussions here on the channel, so feel free to join us when we go live.
Battle Cove, I like that Kang's motives are understandable in the same way Thanos' motives were. That's exactly what we're saying. That was pretty awesome. Well.
Or jump in the comment section of a trailer reaction or breakdowns so we can theorize, converse, and nerd out.
Follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with the latest news, rumors, content, and more.
You can also join our Discord, where we are constantly having conversations pertaining to Marvel, DC, Star Wars, anime, and everything pop culture.
All of our past pop culture news updates are available wherever you listen to podcasts at.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the super fan.
To get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred ones.
Son of a bitch. That's right, y'all. Make sure you become a Brovenger today to help protect all that is nerdy and awesome. All right? Okay, we got the big book of DC right here, the DC Encyclopedia. I don't know if Van Cole is going to be in here, but we're definitely going to look for it. Index. Let's go to V. Elemental PTUV. What the hell? Oh, no, I'm tripping. Valzad. No, I don't think they got Van Cole in here. They got Vanguard. Volko. No, I think they just got the characters. Is there any character connected to Van Cole that I should look up, maybe? Beezy, I don't know if you know anybody. That would be... I don't know. Okay. All right. Van Cole is a maximum security prison for metahumans located just outside of Metropolis in the DC universe from Google. Okay, okay. Who's my first pick for Batman? Honestly, bro, I know like no one is gonna probably feel me on this, but Aaron Taylor Johnson is kind of the guy that I've been like. I'm really down for Aaron Taylor Johnson to be Batman, bro. Like, I don't know. I feel like he doesn't get enough chances to be that guy, but I think he could be. You feel me? I think he could be. I feel like Aaron Taylor Johnson would be cool. He's big as shit as well. I know a lot of people want Alan Richardson. I personally think bro is too big. Like, I think bro is too big. Like, bro is big. Like, bro is big as shit. Like, I don't know if y'all saw him recently in an interview, but bro is looking like Luther from Umbrella Academy. I was like, my guy is too big to be Batman, bro. Like, he's Bane big. You know what Batman he could be? Hold on. I got just the Batman he could be. I actually know just the Batman he could be. Wait, where is that? Oh, it's right here. My guy is legit built like this. Like, this is the Batman that Alan Richardson could be. You feel me? Like, look, like, this is how bro is built. Like, yo. Like, for real, though. Bro is built bro is just built way too big. I saw people saying Jake Gyllenhaal. You know what I mean? I'm like a little man on Jake Gyllenhaal being him. I think Jake Gyllenhaal could do a really good Bruce Wayne, though. I'm not gonna lie. I think that could be a fantastic Bruce Wayne. There's another name that I kind of like. I can't remember who it is, though. Damn, I think we were just talking about it in the Cage Discord. Let me see. The Cage. Let me see Batman. Damn, I can't remember who it is, man. Who do you guys want to be Batman? Let me know. Drop some names in the chat. Who would you want to be Batman? Lee Pace could be playing Jason Todd. Bro's kind of old to be playing him, though, ain't he? Yeah, Lee Pace is 46 years old. That is definitely Batman age, though. Who do you think Flag is going to recruit? No idea. Lazy writing. Economist has been spilling the beans all season. If anything, it's super on par with who his character is. Let's be honest here. Lee Pace could be playing Jason Blood. Oh, you said Jason Blood, not Jason Todd. I'm tripping. My bad. My bad, Echo. My bad, Eco. Echo, whatever you want to go with. My bad. I think Lee Pace could be playing Jason Blood. In the comics, Blood is like a master of the occult and demonology, which could be the thing Augie killed, and he has a demon attached to him. Oh, I see what you're saying. Great vids. Thanks, King RB. I appreciate it. 70% sure it's Lee Pace. The man is 6'4", and you could visibly see he was quite tall, towering over. Yeah, Flag, that's true. That's true. That's very true. Why do these episodes keep getting shorter, man? They're trying to, they're just trying to get to the point. You feel me? And nothing more, nothing less. Literally. All right, chat. Let's get it. That's crazy. That's wild. That is insanity.
Welcome to Peacemaker, the official podcast with James Gunn. And I'm James Gunn. And I'm joined every episode by my co-hosts, Jennifer Holland and Steve Agee, who some people say Steve G.
Wrong pronunciation.
I know people that have been longtime friends of you, and they're like, oh, you're friends with my friend Steve G.
I went through 2 years of high school and never corrected anyone who mispronounced it. And then at graduation, when they asked for the phonetical spelling of your last name, I gave it to them. And then the announcer said, Steve Agee. And all my friends were like, fucking idiot, mispronounced your name. I was like, no, he didn't. And they were like, what?
Well, that sexy voice
That's
you just
wild.
heard, that is Steve Agee, and this very annoying voice that you have been hearing this entire
James Gunn.
season is James
Damn.
Gunn. That's great. I am Jennifer Holland. I play
Jennifer
Amelia
Holland.
I'm Steve G, and I play John.
And this is the official destination to go deeper.
I've never
on
watched
the
one of these
HBO
before.
Max series,
I've never watched one of
Peacemaker.
these
We go
before.
behind the scenes. We find out fun facts, not so fun facts, facts that'll make you angry, facts that'll make you sad, tragic facts, joyful, life-giving facts.
Maybe even some opinions, which are not facts.
And we share some opinions as well. But yes.
Today we're talking season 2, episode 6, titled "Ignorance."
Yo,
is
what's up with it? They
Bliss,"
season
directed
2.
by
Welcome in
James
to
Gunn.
the
Joining
chat.
us today, we have co-executive producer and
This
executive
episode was
film
directed by. I didn't even
production
see
Lars
that.
Arthur is joining
So
us
so
again.
far,
We've got
the episode
director
that
of
everybody loves the
photography,
most is
Sam
the episode that he
McCurdy,
actually directed
Emmy
himself as
Award
well.
Emmy
Because I
Award
know.
winning Sam McCurdy from his
That's right.
wonderful work on Shogun. Well-deserved Emmy Award.
Absolutely.
Well-deserved. We
He was
love
like
Sam.
so nice before he won that Emmy.
For so much flack when I
You
came
asked
back
for a
down
day
with
off,
it.
and you
Yeah,
came
I
back
know.
a different person. It was...
And again, once again, we have the very, very handsome and lovely DC Studios exec and season 2 producer Galen
I don't know who
Weisman.
any of
And
these people
also
are, yo.
warning, there be spoilers. So, is that a pirate warning? Yeah, it's a pirate warning. If you haven't watched this, go to HBO Max and watch it now, or forever burn in the depths of the sea.
Hey, W Pirate.
You're the guy.
You've already kind of played a pirate for me because
Oh, yeah.
the Ravagers
Ravager.
in
Oh, shit.
Guardians movies are
Yeah, but
pirates.
Space
You play-
pirates.
You couldn't
played-
see out of your
you were
glasses.
Not
but
at all.
Yeah,
you were
It was
Jeff.
Jeff,
You were
yeah.
Ravager
yeah, Jeff was classic.
What?
feel like
I had no
Ravager Jeff
idea.
Did not sound like a pirate.
No, he did not.
This episode begins in Earth 2 with Peacemaker and his brother Keith and Harcourt 2 and Augie Smith 2. After they've defeated a kaiju, some little blonde kids come up to them.
That's
and say,
crazy.
Can we take a picture with you? To which they take a picture, and as the Pretty Maids song plays, we see their faces distort and become gushy.
I didn't know everybody's
and,
face did that.
And we know
Jesus.
that all is not good.
Calling back to season 1, maybe their faces distorted moistly.
Moistly, yes, that's right, as the word of the day on the chalkboard in season 1. We go into the title sequence, which was edited by Fred Raskin, who has edited a lot of my movies and also edited this episode along with Greg Featherman. Isn't that correct?
W's.
And they did a great job. So we have Adebayo, Harcourt, Economos, and Vigilante outside of Vigilante's house.
Oh, they do like a straight play-by-play? I did not know that.
Total biatch.
She gonna rat us
Yeah.
out?
No?
Well, then we don't have another choice.
I remember that Sam brought up while we were watching it. It was Halloween when we shot that.
It was
Yes,
it
it
was
was.
Halloween, and Ashley, she's been on all my movies.
A former assistant of mine, a set
various
PA.
capacities.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She came dressed up as Chris McGuire, our camera
Yep.
operator, and he has a lot of tattoos, and it
Yep.
was hilarious. So she
Yeah,
had
yeah.
a beard.
She had a beard.
And as I was taking the picture of the two of them together,
Yep.
Oh my God.
a little gullet here. What do you want?
That's
gutter?
hella funny.
I twisted my ankle really, really badly.
Yeah, you did.
that day.
Yep.
I've thought that I've twisted my ankle in the past, but I didn't because my ankle swole up.
It really was.
This big
I remember the
sprain.
grip spring and boxes and
Yeah.
Fernie pads.
And also, Ashley's known for the smelly stickers on the Guardians of the Galaxy
sides, and there's that whole
the
story.
hell?
What happened on that?
I remember she would always give the stinky one to
a certain executive.
To a certain
who got
executive
really mad.
who got very pissed off every day.
I also used to try to pay people on the set, when they were on the walkies, the PAs, they would have to talk to Lars, and Lars may say something back about do something, and I kept trying to pay the PAs.
No idea who that guy is yet, Demigod, but we're trying to
pretty
figure
little
it
head
out.
about
Oh my God, did they say it?
And eventually Ashley
Yeah,
was the
eventually
one
she did that.
who
yeah,
took
yeah.
my money.
And that's why she did not become my assistant anymore.
So anyway, okay, so we're there. They come inside the house, and we
That's
meet
crazy.
the wonderful character of Vigilante's mom, played by Taylor St. Clair, not the porn star.
Okay.
We don't think.
That's talent.
Well, and also almost wasn't in the show. Remember, I almost wrongly convinced you that, their schedule doesn't work. We should go with someone else.
The role of Vigilante's mom was very funny on the page, and we had auditions, and because she was funny, all of the auditions were funny. I mean, just every woman that came in. It's also an age range when actors are generally better. So, that all these actors were coming in, and it was so funny as Vigilante's mom. But one woman stood out, Taylor St. Clair. She was fantastic, and I really thought she was the right one. And we had a really hard time making the schedule work, and Lars kept trying to bully me into choosing another actor, right?
I just asked one time, and then you were right. Yeah.
You asked more than once.
Okay, maybe multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah. Taylor was fantastic.
Okay, maybe
She was a
multiple
wonderful woman
times.
as well.
Hey,
And
bro,
she was one of the
will
guys-
call some shit out right
Math
then and there.
Teacher?
Me or our second AD.
Oh, really?
She was Amir's math teacher?
Or arts teacher. I convinced
Arts
him
teacher.
to pursue a career in film.
Oh, wow. And he loved her.
Mom, we're
That's
going into a secret
crazy.
room now, so do you mind? Scoot.
Oh, of course.
We discovered, first of all, that Vigilante is terribly mean to his mother. And
Like-
he's just constantly cursing at her. And he's like the angriest 12-year-old you've ever seen.
Facts.
And she puts up with every single bit of it and apologizes
Definitely.
for herself and just gets walked on. She's a floor mat. In the first episode
Hey, welcome
of
to the.
season,
Oh, I already said welcome to
Steve, you
Superman.
say we can't go to Vigilantes because his mother could be rotting Norma Bates style for all we know.
That's very
And
true.
she's actually, her fate is worse because she has to put up with this juvenile.
She's living, and she's just, she's.
Freddie's
Freddie's so mean. I mean,
Freddie's
not
so
Freddie, but Vigilante is so mean to his
But
mom.
Freddie's so funny as his character. He's just so disgusted with his mother.
It was
We go
disgusting, bro.
downstairs, we learn that Vigilante has been telling his mother, and we infer this from what happens. Vigilante has been lying to his mother and telling his mother he has a girlfriend.
And that is hardcore.
Is Amelia Harcourt.
A little breaking of the fourth wall in some ways
Yeah.
by James Gunn in the script when she says, "Oh, I thought it was hardcore," and Amelia says, "You're not alone."
You're not
but no.
alone, because there's lots of people online that
They
mishear.
call me hardcore.
Is hardcore.
Love you, hardcore, and I'm like, thank you. It's hardcore, but thank you.
Shut up. Girlfriend.
Hardcore? I never thought it was hardcore one time.
Any reason to break
Stop. Adrian saying he had to break up with me.
Yes,
It's-
that's right, because you're slutty.
Yeah.
And he's mortified that this lie is out, and he's trying everything he can.
It's a new era. People have the pornography on their phones.
Please
now.
fuck off.
Have you ever been caught in a
Please
lie like that?
fuck
Sam?
off!
Thankfully not.
Never in your life,
No,
not even as a
I don't
kid?
think so. Probably as a kid.
I once ditched.
I've been
I
caught
once
in multiple lies
ditched
like that.
class at school, and the next day I signed a note from my parents. I like forged a note and then got called in like very promptly to the principal's office, who was like, "Your mother isn't even in town. And, like, how did she sign this?" And it was like,
You're caught.
busted.
Yeah,
My mom
that's,
wasn't even around.
that's the worst.
I was busted in everything I did, so there was no point in kind. I never got busted in a barefaced lie. I just got busted. Remember one of the worst ones being my mum was a Catholic school teacher.
Your mom
My mum was a Catholic school teacher. And I remember bunking the day off school to watch one of the space shuttle flights. And I got busted for everything. I'd gone back to the house with a whole bunch of friends, watched TV, watched the space shuttle taking off, and didn't know that it was a Catholic holiday. My mom came straight through the door and was like, "What the fuck are you guys up?" She didn't say that. She was a Catholic. When I was a kid, I would go to church.
What are you guys
every
doing?
weekend with my parents and to mass, Catholic. And once I started driving, I would just tell my parents I went to mass and not go to mass, or I'd go and get stoned and pretend I was watching a ceremony of aliens, which made it more fun.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Larry, my next door neighbor, and I would get stoned and go, Larry Fitzgibbon.
Oh, yeah.
And
No way.
but one time I got caught. I can't remember what it was. And my dad said, "Did you go to mass?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "What time mass did you go to?" And I said, "I went to the 11 a.m. mass, Dad." And he goes, "There is no 11 a.m. mass." And I'm like, and then I went, "Yeah, I don't really believe in this stuff." I said, "I believe in God, but I don't believe in any of the rest of it." And then my dad was like really angry.
I do remember, the only thing I can think of that I got caught doing was I cut all of my Barbie's hair off.
Oh, yeah.
Once, because I fancied myself like maybe I was like a hair stylist or a barber or whatever. And I don't know, I guess I was so young, I didn't realize their hair wouldn't grow back. And then when I saw my mom was so mad, I was like, oh no, I think I fucked up their hair for the rest of their lives.
Their lives.
Their lives, yeah.
That's crazy.
Their lives were ruined.
Yeah, that was so weird. She has dementia. I think she was confusing you with my other girlfriend.
Weird, yeah.
We all go into Adrian's basement, and we learn that Adrian in his basement has been for years murdering, killing bad guys, and stealing all of their drugs and money.
Yo,
and
he
putting
had
it
the
in his
craziest stockpile
because
ever.
He thinks it's cursed blood money, and he can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
And what's the reaction of the 11th Street kids to that?
To steal it.
Take some of this shit, man.
Instantly, you guys start
Like, what
stealing
the
and
hell?
stuffing
They're like,
money.
oh yeah.
Bro's moral
you
compass is
shouldn't
through the
use
roof.
This stuff.
Yeah.
This is blood money, man.
And you use the closet down there, which is full of Beanie Babies, to open up the portal.
Were those real Beanie Babies?
Yes. Those were real
Not
Beanie
like
Babies.
Forgery.
What?
No,
because some of them went missing, didn't they? And it was a real big deal.
Is that true?
Yeah. I'm
Somebody
sure.
on the
I'm sure.
I'm sure there was something happened.
I'm sure something.
somebody on the
happened.
crew stole Beanie Babies.
I remember coming in the following
You
day.
never
and
know.
it
They
was-
might come back one
Yeah,
day.
They might come
you
back
never
one day.
know.
Yeah. It would be funny if it was Freddie that stole them.
But was it a problem?
No, it got resolved. Yeah.
Did we find out
was
who
it?
did it?
Okay.
I think they got. My understanding, they got returned on
Yes.
like
Yeah.
somebody just returned them.
That's where.
So
all
it's still
the,
a mystery. You know, you never know.
That's where they
You
went
can admit
over
to
on
it.
the
Yeah.
budget.
No. You want to know what I lied about? Well, that's my story.
I got caught stealing 4 stretches because
Sorry,
I only have 7 stretches at home. Adebayo uses the metal container to open the portal.
That's
from
crazy that
the
someone
closet,
stole the
Beanie
Beanie Bubbies
closet
off
into the
the
other
set and
world
then
so
put
they
them
can
back.
follow Peacemaker. And there's this explosion, and you get cocaine exploded all over you. How was that experience? you
I'm
guys?
surprised nobody
Oh, it
was high off of
horrendous.
that.
What you don't understand.
Not the explosion part. That was really fun and kind of cool. It's
Oh, was it?
the repeated painting of
Because
dust
in
on
order
us.
in order to keep the continuity, we would do the scene and
Damn.
we'd have half gotten it off of us, and then we'd have to go back out and get all this shit poured on us again. And it was, you're just breathing it,
It was
in the whole.
really not
See, that's what I'm saying. They're breathing it in.
was a
They should have
pain
been
in the
high
ass,
as
though, because
shit.
as we see through this episode, you guys go through a long journey. So you go from here and then into the quantum unfolding chamber and into the other world, and then you go off into other places. And the big question was, how much cocaine do you have on you for the rest of that journey? And we had to kind of like whittle it down little by little as you went through, and it was a real nightmare for Hajar,
Damn.
our script supervisor, who did a great job. on the
She
show.
did a great job. We have not mentioned.
That's
our
such a
script
good
supervisor.
point, yo. That's crazy because I guess that's something I don't think about, but it's something that you obviously have to think about. Is they're going to keep continuity as much as they got to try to keep that continuity from one scene to the next with shit going on, and if they're filming, they got to try to make sure that the sun is still in the sky and all these things, right?
She was lovely.
She's great.
In addition to losing Peacemaker, Economos and Amelia Harcourt are both MIA.
Sam,
This
you
dude
remember
is
that day
so
we shot
funny.
Flag and Flurry together in their office?
In their office. Yeah. It was
Flurry is
first scene up
hilarious.
that day, and you came into work and said, "We're not going to prep it. We're not going to rehearse it. I just want to shoot something." Myself, Chris, the A camera operator, and Hugh, the B camera operator, were just like, "The fuck's going to happen?"
Yeah, because you
Like,
guys
I
were
don't
like,
know.
well, no, we can do it a little bit. I said, no.
No. I just want to see what
I
happens.
said, no, I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
I just want to do it. And then I started making Tim Meadows do ridiculous.
That just
you know, and
that
I'm
was
like, I don't want to
just
spend a bunch of time on this.
No, but it was that, and that's one of the fun things. Is I think, especially with the construct of Peacemaker, is when you come into work and go, Sam, we're just going to do it. You kind of go, yeah, go on, whatever. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
There's the fun in that.
The thing with Tim sitting back down at the chair, and I had Tim, I just told him to sit back down and think to himself and hum as if he's thinking to show off that he's thinking. And it was so funny.
Yeah.
But we also actually had some
that
pretty
shit
funny
was
stuff
hella funny.
in the doorway that we didn't
There was
use.
some-
Almost made it into post credits, but we have one of our favorite post credit scenes. But it was where he
Because
was,
he kept coming and going and coming and going.
and he was
He'd
asking
come
him,
back in and take things off the desk and
he was asking him for a raise.
yeah.
Like, yo, let me get a raise,
It was
bro.
a bad time to ask for a raise.
Yo,
Tim enters.
he's hella funny.
the Augie
Bruh's
Smith
hella funny.
mansion, and they're walking through it.
Brett sat down and was like,
Reverse Peacemaker's rolling in it.
And we come to one of my favorite little moments that we all laughed hysterically at, which is when Harcourt slams the door quickly on Economos as David Denman's character Keith is coming around the corner, and he looks at her and she says,
I just took a shit in there.
"Yeah, and it's rancid."
Yes.
It's really sad.
Just likely thing.
Says
Just
it's
instantly, I just took a shit in there. We're children, man.
You could hear everybody
You're a
because
child.
everybody around the set
we?
because everybody was so close to the set. You could hear everybody on the crew laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
As soon as she said it,
Yeah.
like, we're all on the outside, and people were just bent double.
like, bro, why the
But you
like?
guys kept it going
Well,
inside.
it kept going up, but we also, you couldn't stop laughing, Jen.
You shake it and then snow comes.
That's what most snow globes do.
I think Harcourt, at the heart of who she is, she's always prepared for everything. And this is one of the only times that you see Harcourt totally unprepared for a
unprepared,
situation.
yeah.
And so she's
She was
kind
not
of
prepared
accommodates
at
in
all.
this situation, and she's, for the first time, she's not the straight man.
We have the stuff which we improv'd on the day, which was the
That my mother gave it to him on her
deathbed, and then you just
Which is
go,
diabolical
no.
shit.
Then you started going,
That's
yeah,
terrible.
we always had a, and you see it in the post-credit
Yeah.
scene. We loved her.
I loved her.
I
She
loved
was
her so
great.
much, and he said she died when she was
When Peacemaker was
when
2.
Peacemaker was 2,
Yes, she's a ghost.
and then
She haunts.
haunts, which I said to you.
James was telling me to say all of this stuff. The reason that I was having such a hard time saying it is because he was having a hard time saying it.
Oh, nonstop laughing.
He couldn't even get through what he was trying to tell me to say because he was laughing through everything he was trying to tell me to say, and then I could hear all the crew back
What
there
does that
laughing
sound
because
like?
James was laughing.
On the, because I'm speaking on the microphone to her on set. And what does that sound like?
It sounds like sit.
He gets like half. He gets like half.
Yeah.
a word.
Say she haunts.
Yeah. One word at a time.
I don't know. For some reason, I thought she haunt. Like, I watched it today, and it's funny. It's not as funny as I just was taking a shit in there.
Probably because I could never say it without laughing.
But she haunts. I couldn't I was thinking about it every day afterwards, and I kept laughing to myself like I'm peeing or whatever. I just think of She Haunts, and I'm like, peeing She Haunts. It's such a weird thing to say.
Well, also in the closet, Vigilante kept going in and grabbing Peacemaker 2's clothing and putting it on.
Oh, that's right, in the closet, yeah.
So there's like this little mini play going on in the corner.
Yeah, he was like putting on the hats of Peacemaker 2 and doing little acting things with Adebayo, and Adebayo kept getting angry at him for doing that.
That's ridiculous.
Despite the warnings of Adebayo, Harcourt leaves with David Denman. By the way, that was one of David Denman's audition scenes. He auditioned with 2 scenes, that sort of comedic scene, and then another more serious scene. I think the scene where he and Chris are talking, and he tells him he'll always be his older brother from
that was
at the
awesome.
end of episode 3. Nobody could really do this second scene. There was a lot of people that could do the more dramatic first scene, but nobody could do both that and this. In a lot of ways, David got it because of that.
He's got some comedy background. David was on The Office.
Yeah, that's where I know.
Oh
David from,
shit,
because I know
that's
the people.
right.
Also, they're subtly funny when he's like, "Wow, I've never seen you wear black."
Yeah.
And you're wearing pants.
And pants.
Yeah, and then you walk out. What, you just wear underwear all the time?
Yeah, in my fucking,
What am I always in my fucking underwear?
yeah, and it's totally not a Harcourt 2 thing that she would ever say. Like you,
David Denman plays your ex-wife's fiance
Yeah.
on The Office.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's how
yeah,
you
yeah.
met him, right?
Yeah, I met him through that, and like we were friends. I was friends with him for a long time, but he worked with him on Brightburn.
Oh, that's right. He was the dad on Brightburn.
were
I forgot about that, bro.
Maybe we just stay here forever.
That movie was cool.
that's a
We watched that movie.
Vigilante goes off to find his other self, which he thinks is going to be so great. Ends up actually being.
Well, we
kinda
have
great.
the vomiting.
And Steve H.
Oh, yeah.
does the gagging scene where because something is weird for some reason.
It was
Makes him gag.
It makes
the
him
fact
nauseous.
that I just met
Peacemaker's dead brother, yeah.
from the other world,
You're like, it's just too weird.
and it's
creepy.
too weird for me to handle.
Why does that make a person gag?
It's too weird.
It's too weird.
It's not natural.
I thought it was
That
from
is
the
not
Nancy
natural.
shit. That's why you're
No.
And that scene is pretty disgusting, even as it is. But the first cut of it was so freaking gross that like I had to cut it. It was so much gagging.
Yeah.
And it's like when you see somebody gagging that much, it makes you gag. Yeah.
Did you almost throw up?
Well, I can fake it, and then at some point they turn into real gags because I've been gagging so long, and my eyes just start fucking watering. But I don't throw up, and so but it just turns into almost dry heaving.
Season 1, and when you gagged, if I recall, the
throw up in the
focus
barn.
puller actually, I think, threw up in the middle of the tank. He was like,
Oh,
like, went off
shit.
to the side of him.
When he did the vomiting?
Yeah, in season 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
It was like you actually were spitting up stuff. I almost puked. Anyways, but the guy was like literally put his down and we're like,
The gagging is more disgusting to me than the fake.
Totally.
The puking doesn't bother. The fake puking doesn't bother me. The gagging really makes me feel sick.
You would write it into so many scripts.
I haven't written too much gagging into scripts. I don't.
Season 1 and season 2.
No, season
What?
one's straight
Season
throwing up.
Not you.
Oh.
Peacemaker.
Oh, that's
Peacemaker
right.
starts
Oh,
to
he
gag
does start to
in-
When I throw up.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Okay, 2 scripts out of like 9,000 pages.
I'm
of
sure
fucking
there's some gagging
screenwriting.
in digits. I'm going to go back and read
Yeah.
that script.
So we have the Halloween montage now, where Chris is in bed with Harcourt.
She's like, Halloween? What the
Keith drives Harcourt, and they talk about the 2 biggest bands on Earth 2, Halloween and the Beatles.
Beetles.
Yeah, in the script, there's no, it's not Beatles, it's Beetles.
That's right.
Yeah.
All of the bands, you'll notice if you look closely, are
Yeah, they're all spelled correctly.
in our world.
Scorpions.
But Halloween is actually a great band, but it's funny that they're as big as the Beatles.
They are.
Oh, no, in my world, I'd put the Halloween up there with the Beatles.
Would you like Halloween? You ever see Halloween live?
I didn't know. They didn't do a lot in the UK back then. I think they played a couple of the big festivals, but they didn't come over that much. They weren't that big in the UK. They were big, but not
They
as...
weren't.
No, okay.
They weren't big here either.
They were in my
That's the
head.
joke.
They were in my
I mean,
head.
In fact, you're the only two guys that know the band.
compared to the bands we played in, they were big.
That's
Sam
very
also
true.
played music like I
very,
did.
very true.
And so they go, and then as they're entering Argus, the Argus German Shepherd picks up on the cocaine on Harcourt's jacket, and she gets sent away, and she has this look that she exchanges with Peacemaker as he comes through the door. We cut to Vigilante. He is outside a house that looks very, very much like his house, with some minor differences. You know, that's a lawn ornament. That's a chipmunk in his world, is a squirrel in this world. Little things. And he's endlessly amused by these minor differences as he walks into the house.
What is this? Did I make you?
And then he sees the Cheerios box. Thank you to Cheerios for letting us use that, which is Cheerios, O-H-S, which he's amazed by. And then he walks by his mother with his father, and he is amused by the fact that his father is not gay in this universe, which he probably is gay here too, but he just hasn't had the
I mean, this is like a Nazi ran universe. There's no way he could be.
I had him walking by the room, and instead of it being Vigilante's mother with her father, I had Vigilante's mom rolling around on the couch making out with John Economos. And it was the only time we ever see John Economos in Earth 2. And he goes, oh, my mom is fucking John Economos here. And then it just walks on and goes downstairs.
Hell, that's wild.
Are you kidding
That's
me?
wild.
So he goes downstairs, and he's
His keys magically work.
Keys work. Not magically. It's, you know, there's a lot of things that are the same. Keys, codes. And he,
that's what I thought, too.
On Vigilante 2. We think it might be dangerous. It's not. It's exactly what he hoped
It's
for.
hilarious that
another
he's like,
goofball
no
just like
way
him,
every
and
key
they
works,
instantly,
bro. Like, I love that.
each
Like,
other, partially because they're narcissistic. At a Bioeconomos, meanwhile, finding Eagly in the mansion.
Oh, traveling between dimensions to clean up Eagly's bullshit?
And that's when Rick Flag Sr. goes
I think it's hilarious that he says to him
Bellevue
about
prison
that.
to meet with a mysterious prisoner who ends up
Eagly was like, what
being,
the
of
fuck
all
did you
people,
say? Clean it up.
Lex Luthor, played by Nicholas Hoult. This was one of the first scenes we shot. I think we shot the...
Still on Superman.
He was still shooting Superman,
we shot it in the middle of Superman while we were shooting the Pentagon sequences in Superman.
Yep.
And
Oh,
it was cool.
shit.
It was weird because
That's so awesome.
it
Mike,
instantly
we was
felt
right.
different from Superman, which is so big and brash, and then this show is like so, like strangely grounded and gritty.
Yeah.
And then also hearing Nick curse.
That's the bit that gets me. Is you see
Yeah.
Lex Luthor in one guy's, no swearing allowed.
Yeah.
You see Lex Luthor in another guy's, and it's a very different kind of language.
Yeah.
It is. It's different.
Meta?
No.
Just a costume vigilante. And who gives a shit?
But I felt like the performance was different, and
It was
Dogger.
it felt a little darker, yeah. It was a little different.
But it was darker. I mean, this is someone that
This isn't
lost.
the same location you used in the Suicide Squad. is
No,
it?
it's the same set.
Yeah. Oh.
We had built it on stage, and then we brought it over. And then, of course, we're in this massive warehouse. And I tell them, just put it in a corner.
Yep.
And they put it right in the middle, right under the loud, air conditioning vent, remember?
The sound. Oh,
Yeah. And the,
do I
And the
remember?
sound guy was like, who's a day player, was like, well, we can't shoot this scene today. And we're like, yeah, that's not going to happen. Anyways, it was a bit of a cluster at the beginning of the day, but then we sorted it out.
But I was really chill about it. As I
First of all,
normally am.
it wasn't even
I
our
was very
Peacemaker-
accepting.
It wasn't our Peacemaker crew yet. It was like
No, it wasn't.
It was
It
like
was some
like
sort of-
randos, random crew, great crew, that came in just to help us out. So none of us really knew us. And then the sound issue, and it was just
And then I'm getting mad, but the sound was terrible. And the sound in post, they had to work out a lot of problems.
I am not sure, Whale. I don't know if he was taking it. I don't
But it
know.
was literally underneath.
I don't know.
And it wasn't just regular aircon. It was
it was like
a stadium.
No, it was unbelievable.
Air conditioning.
So it's it's the production department, the production design department that's responsible for the bad sound, not the sound people.
Wow.
They worked pretty well together on that one.
Yeah, they did. They worked really well together.
Maybe if our director didn't need it to be 58 degrees inside of the studio, it wouldn't have such a problem.
That is true. James loves a cold stage.
Does love a cold stage.
I do too, for the record.
Well,
there were some hot days where I was like, couldn't wait to go inside.
People need to stay awake.
Do not. People need to stay awake.
Letterman used to do that, right? Keep the theater at
Yeah, it's
0.
Yeah, I find it's better to be colder.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah, like what? You're in you're in front of all those lights and shit. Everybody's sweating. Yeah, like you gotta have it cold for everybody.
It doesn't show up.
It does show up.
Just
it
a little
shows
bit.
up.
Your blue lips, yeah, your black charred fingers falling off.
What is the United States government willing to give me to stop this class?
Was he talking about redemption? Yo, I do want to know what he said. I gotta go back to that part.
So we have a really important moment for not only Peacemaker, but the entire DCU, in that Rick Flag, the head of Argus, strikes a deal basically with Lex Luthor in exchange for Lex Luthor finding where Peacemaker's portal might be. He is going to move him from a prison with metahumans to a prison with no metahumans, from Belle Reve, where they are now, to Van Cole. Both prisons from the comics, and then he leaves and tells Sasha Bordeaux that
I think he's trying not to spoil that it is another
scary man with such power as Flag,
thing.
who's obviously, has some.
He's got an agenda.
He's got an agenda. It's scary for
Hold
our
on,
Peacemaker.
I want
By
to
the way,
know.
That scene with Lex Luthor was originally going to appear in episode 7. Yeah. That is the other thing that I moved besides the openings of 2 and 4, which I switched around. And the reason being that the next scene was so serious and heavy that I needed an in-between scene. And luckily I had shot both of them, so it wasn't a weird directing thing for me to just steal a scene from the next episode. The scene with Chris and Harcourt in the interrogation room, which is one of my favorite scenes from the whole season. Probably my favorite scene from the whole season, from a dramatic standpoint, definitely.
Yeah, like it was
up until
super
this
heavy.
episode.
I know you don't hate me.
I know you know I don't.
I love that scene. I think it's.
Did anyone
your
expect
best
Vigilante
acting of all time, Jen,
2
and
would
some
be a more serious character like in the
John's
comics?
best
I
acting,
did at
for sure.
first. I thought he
And
was gonna.
that
This
scene
universe's
between the
one
two
was
of
gonna be
them
more
is
serious,
beautiful,
and I think that he
we
might
see
be more serious
how
with other
much,
people. I mean, we saw how
Christopher
serious he
Smith
got when he started talking
really
about
does
Peacemaker and how
love
much he
Amelia
hated him.
Clark,
Like he
and
got really
that,
serious in
little
those moments.
exchange
So.
where, she admits to him, she becomes vulnerable for the first time, and she says, I go out and I get in fights just so I can feel something. And he says he doesn't care, She says she's a mess.
For me, it's the moment when she says, I'm a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't care, or
I
whatever.
still love you.
I still love you.
And I think that, in a way, is terrifying to her because now I think in some part of her head up until this point, you tell me, because you're thinking it, I'm just on the outside in a way, but it seems like she's always been like, he's going to find out who I really am and he wouldn't love me. And I think in this moment, you kind of see that's not the case.
Yeah. Are you coming back or not?
I can't.
Yes, you can. She doesn't ever allow anyone to ever get to a point with her where she's going to have to answer these types of real questions. Like, she doesn't get to that place with people.
Right.
She doesn't allow that in. She's got too big of a wall up. Like, she has a good friendship relationship with Economos, but they're never sitting down and, talking deep things about their life. He's never heard anything
Adebayo
about
was like the only one
know,
that kind of
her
forced her to do that.
Even Adebayo, she probably doesn't
Yeah.
say anything deep about herself to Adebayo.
Exactly.
No,
Look,
and I think you see
well,
early
it's like
on
she
in
gets
work
the deepest
chatting
with
after the night
exactly.
of
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
partying.
That
Adebayo's
exact
actually
thing.
trying to have a serious conversation
Right.
with her, and she's like, he wears a fucking clown costume, like,
Yeah.
she's just deflecting the whole time.
Yeah.
And so,
Or you see the way that she handles her conversation with Chris Smith in season 1, episode 3, where she talks about dads.
yeah,
And she kind of mentions some things about, she learned to do a gun, but she doesn't go any deeper than that.
yeah. The most she says is is sort of under her breath with a little bit of a chuckle. She says the word dads. She starts to realize through her relationship with Peacemaker, the two of them have so much in common. And it's sort of like looking in a mirror for her in some ways, and that freaks her the fuck out.
Yeah. I was going to, like, these guys, you know, obviously you all know where the series goes. But if you didn't, does Harcourt love him back? If you're watching just up to this point?
Deep down, yes. I think so.
Yeah, I feel it's the first time I realized that she actually does love him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
First time you go.
No, I agree. Hold on. I definitely agree with that. It was like in that moment, I was like, oh shit, it's real. Because she was portraying that wall so well that even I was like, maybe she really doesn't like him, especially in the last episode when she was like, bruh, how could I ever? Like, you killed my best friend. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that maybe it is real, mind you, and it does, you know, have something to do with it. But I really thought that was like that. But it was like, nah, bruh, she does love him and she does actually care. And that actually was wild. It was like, it was a crazy revelation.
Like, I'm a nightmare.
Yeah.
I do all these things, like, get away from me, and then he's still there. And I think she then realizes, this guy loves me, and I think maybe I love him too.
Yeah.
I believe it. Yeah.
She wants to just say to him,
will you just come home? Facts.
I want you to come home. And she wants that to be enough. She doesn't need to, please don't make me say anything else. I've come to another fucking dimension. I have come to get you to come back. I am expressing that I want you to come home. Please don't ask me to say any more than that. I'm not capable of it.
In some ways,
don't make me express my emotions.
Saying, I'll come home if you say you're in love with me.
And now, Peace Thoughts. Welcome back to another edition of Peace Thoughts, where I share my unfiltered thoughts on moments throughout the series. So here we are in 206, where we realize we're not only in a workplace comedy and a multidimensional nightmare, but we're in a love story. It's not just Chris taking charge of the situation and encouraging conversation, but Harcourt Jen in her best way, giving as much as she can, and in some cases more than Harcourt has ever said to anyone.
I wonder if the mystery character in the next episode is Deathstroke. That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
It's a wonderful scene showing like Chris's true search for just wanting genuine love or wanting to try it. And
that would be crazy if that was
dance of
Deathstroke.
Harcourt
That would be
like,
wild.
Yo, I cannot access these things because it does not make me me, and I'm afraid to see what that's all about. That's it for this episode's Peace Thoughts. Back to you, James, Jen, and Steve. We now return to our regularly scheduled program.
It's a complicated scene, and it was complicated.
I'm definitely
to shoot.
taking that.
It was.
We really, you know, I mean, I think I talked a little bit on a previous episode, but the thing that's missing the most in modern television shows and movies, actually all television shows and movies forever, is staging.
Yeah.
And this is a scene that reminded me a lot of when we did the 10-minute interview scene in Superman, where it's two characters talking and they're moving around. Their movements have to do with their emotional states. And the camera is also moving around in a way to keep the scene fresh.
Yeah.
And most directors would have gotten that scene. I'm patting my... Not me. But, no, but honestly, we know from experience,
we do.
most directors would have gotten that scene, and even though it was 6.5 or 7 pages long, would have gotten that scene, and those two characters would have been standing there talking to each other, and we would have gotten...
sitting there talking.
Or sitting there and talking to each other. And maybe, if they're really adventurous, they would have stood up one time or something.
Cross-shot it, 2 cameras.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, that's so true.
We were real careful in that morning to
That's
say,
so
let's
true,
make this
bro.
be
Like
what it is.
when you think
And
about it.
It really didn't take us that
Like,
No, it doesn't take.
they're
I think that's
moving,
the
they're-
thing. Too many directors, and I don't mean to diss a lot of directors, but too many directors would worry about shooting it, about taking the time to block it, about, you know, and I, like you, agree that if you know what you're shooting, it doesn't take you any longer. It doesn't take me any longer to light it if I know what
The
you
other
want to
thing
do.
is you have to have confidence in the script.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have confidence in the
Yeah.
script and you're like, oh, I might cut the whole middle of this, then you can't cut from them being on one side of the room to the other side of the room.
Yeah.
So it
Oh,
makes it, or
shit.
you got to
Oh,
cut away.
shit.
And then
Okay.
you have to
back
do
and they've
something.
jumped. Yeah.
Yeah, and they've jumped. And so it's like, there's all those elements of it,
Damn.
but it makes it so much more fun. The other thing is I don't cross the line. Like, you know, now I don't know how to explain this to somebody that's not a filmmaker. Galen knows. Because I get really mad when other directors do it, and they do it all the time, and it pisses me off. Not Greg Mottola. How do you explain the line the easiest way? There's an invisible line between two forces that exist from one person to the other. And when you're shooting a scene, you stay on one side of that line, you know, or the other side of that.
I see what you're saying.
That's a basic filmmaking principle. And then as time went on, I'm not saying never, because there are times when you have to cross the line, or there are times when you're shooting with like 5 people and you necessarily have to cross the line, or there are times when you make a mistake and it just happens.
Is there a line when there's 5 people?
There's 100% always a line.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's really complicated, and it's the part I love about filmmaking, which is the sort of, you know, logical puzzle-making part of it. And it's why I like shooting action scenes, because I like the puzzle of putting things together and how camera movement works and how that works with our visceral response.
That's
to
very
those
interesting.
camera movements.
I never
But,
thought about it in
I
that
don't like
line.
crossing the line, because it confuses
that,
the
like,
viewer.
line
If
of
you cross
thought.
from one side of shooting the line to
suddenly
the other
go to
side, the
that.
audience goes, well, wait, where are they looking? And a scene like this, it's the camera that crosses the line to keep us always on the same side of the line. And what I find is that it keeps a scene fresh when you're shooting it.
I think so. I'd love to be interested. I'm sure it does. If it keeps it fresh for the actors, certainly.
I don't care
for the
about the actors,
technicians.
Sam.
Certainly for the
I just
technicians.
care about the audience. I don't care about the
because for us, it keeps you on your toes. It does. It keeps it fresh. It keeps it exciting when you're shooting something. And it's like you just said, we purposely cross to another side of the lane when we're shooting.
Yeah.
And then that dictates till we decide to cross it again. But dramatically,
That's
allows you
interesting.
to ramp and pace things up and down, because you can use a shot that crosses that takes a little bit longer, or it quickly crosses to build up the energy.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're on the other side, and the audience are going, "Oh, hang on a second, we're now over here." But the puzzles fit together.
That's so true, because they
if you
use
just
that
cross the
entire
line
room.
randomly,
Without rules.
without the rules, then it's just confusing. But the way you do it is clever, so that the audience are taken on the journey.
Yeah.
But we're taken on the journey as well when we're shooting it, because
Bruh, I
you've
said
got
this
the
already
cinematography.
before,
And
but
it's
James Gunn
interesting.
stuff is so different and similar.
Absolutely. Especially with the action stuff, there'd be countless times I'd be sitting in the monitor and I'd just keep quiet when somebody asked what side we were on. I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know.
Chris McGuire, who's our primary camera operator on Peacemaker, I've shot multiple movies with Chris. We have as much of a rapport as Sam and I do. Like he is like my guy, but really Sam and Chris were my guys. Like when I'm not there on set, and I took Sam and Chris aside. They know.
It was the evening after the rooftop.
Yeah, and I said, feel free to speak up, because you know what I shoot like. You know what the tone of the show is. Sam was with us since episode 4 on season 1.
Yep.
So it's like he's been with us since near the beginning and is the primary Peacemaker cinematographer. And then Chris knows how I shoot so well, because he's done so many movies
You
with
guys
me.
actually stole him. You stole him
We
from...
did, yeah.
You stole him from Superman,
We stole him from Superman, where he's second camera operator. At Henry Bram
operates,
does his own camera operations. So, Chris is often the second camera operator, but I often have, multiple cameras, which I love you doing. And we took Chris, and we're like, yeah, we really need him on.
But that team was so great, man. I love them so much.
And the show is mostly 95% handheld too, so
Yes.
they're on their
It
feet
is,
all day
yeah.
holding
Oh,
it. It's
shit.
a physically taxing.
It's a
demanding.
physically taxing.
But and also
That's something that I do
James'
notice
point.
about James
Chris
stuff a lot. Is
Chris knows
they're
James
holding that
so well.
camera, buddy.
And it is having, for me, it's like it's having a. It's not even just a backup. It's having another personality on set that knows the show, but knows the personality.
Yeah.
That you can run things by and go, Chris, do we not need to mix it up a little bit on this? Do we not need that?
Yeah.
Do we not need to fuck it up a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you a little bit too good? Are you a little? So it's a great sounding board for me to just be able to.
That's one of the
to throw everything out there and just.
A difference between making movies and TV is when you're making a TV show, especially when it's something like this, which is very much kind of my thing, right? So it's like when you have that, you have directors who come on set, and but we have actors who know who their characters are, what they do, how they act, actors we trust. We have producers who have produced every episode of the show and understand what it's like. And then
That's
we have
very true.
a DP and camera operators who know exactly what the show is like. So it's a little
That's
bit hard
true.
for a
I
director
guess
to
it's
come
good.
in because they have a bunch of people who know the show a lot better than they do.
Yeah.
It is, but
in some ways, it's a good thing because
Way good.
you weren't going to be there right away.
Right.
And I remember on season 1, the first week or two, we struggled.
Yeah.
Breaking in everybody to the way you like to work. With
Right.
the camera operators, with the
Right.
cinematographer.
Right.
The way
And
the
here,
camera
we didn't have to, we could just get
And
right
we had
in.
we had a couple of issues on season 1 that were pretty enormous issues.
Yeah.
We had issues this season 2, but we had some really difficult ones season 1.
Yeah,
But I think
you're
it's
gonna run into
just
that,
as you were
I
saying,
think.
Lars. It's that weird thing. If you buy into it, it's a fucking great trip, which Greg did. You know,
Right.
Director comes in, buys into the concept, buys into the aesthetic, buys
And
into
then
the
still
world.
somehow was able to bring himself to
Yeah.
But also, he's such a great director and so such a seasoned director
Seasoned,
that he's
yeah.
actually able to watch.
We're talking about Greg Mottola.
Greg Mottola, yes. I imagine he's probably able to watch season
I was
one
wondering who the
and
hell this was.
understand how it was shot,
Right,
how
that's
you guys
true.
got to where
That's
you
true.
were
That's
in a
true,
way
yeah.
that maybe a less seasoned director might be able to do
so
that.
true. That's
But
so
I
true.
think it's that exactly that with Greg. I think he also saw the importance of.
I love
the
this nerd talk
personality of
like
the
this,
show,
bro.
And was like, well, you guys fucking know the personality better
Yeah,
than me.
you just fit in.
I'm just going to come along and enjoy myself,
Yeah.
and it allowed him to do his job.
And that there's a kind of confidence
That's
that
it.
Greg
Yeah,
has
yeah.
that other directors may not have because they need to prove their
They're
worth.
trying exactly.
So they don't want to look stupid. They don't
Yeah.
want to ask questions. They don't want
yeah,
to
that seems to be a
led
problem with a
because
lot
they're
of
trying to prove
projects.
that they're worth something. But Greg doesn't need to do that.
No.
You have to command the respect of the crew. They're all, most of them are incredibly seasoned at whatever it is that they do. And you, as a director, you're just walking on for 1, maybe 2 episodes, and you have to command the respect of the crew and show them that you deserve to be there, that you know what you're doing, that you're not going to lead them astray, that we're all going to get home and have dinner on time or whatever. Like, you have to kind of show them that you're gonna lead, be the captain of the ship.
But it isn't even a matter of how nice a director is, because it's about knowing where to put the fucking camera and what you want. It's knowing what you want. And when you're a director and you're namby-pamby and you don't know what you want and you can't figure it out and you're always changing your mind, you lose the crew, man.
100%.
They're gone. Like, they don't want anything to do with that. Don't be cruel. Like, you can't be cruel, but it's not about being overly nice. It's about, really just being responsible, knowing what you want and doing it right, and not keeping them there for no fucking reason.
And season 1, I don't know if you remember, but we went up there to Vancouver. They do a lot of TV. And we told the crew we're going to do these 10-hour Pacific Northwest hours, and they laughed at us. That's what they always say. And we always shoot 12-hour days. We don't believe you. And we're like, okay. And like our first 2 weeks, we had to prove to them that we were competent filmmakers and we're going to get it done. And I got to, after the 3rd week, they were like, "This is like the greatest show we've ever been on."
Yeah.
And they were so happy that we knew what we were doing.
So Lars and I have made how many movies and
about 4 movies, 2 TV shows.
4 movies, 2 seasons of television together, and the amount of days that we've gone over by more than a half hour
that's a lot.
Are very few. In all, and that's hundreds of days of shooting. Like, you don't need to go
that's
over.
crazy.
And a lot of that is due to the director and the DP, but a lot of it's also due to Lars, because Lars schedules everything and he knows how to do it. So to have somebody who's scheduling that is good at that job is also important, because
Judo Master was absent.
That record on this podcast.
Now we come to the ending, which is, we've done this whole podcast without.
Yeah,
talking
Judo. I don't know where the hell he was.
It's probably what everybody is talking about when they see this episode, which is the ending.
Is your favorite food multi-meal? Yes. Does your hair look best at 3 p.m.? Yes. Is your best friend Peacemaker? Peacemaker. Yes. I fucking hate that guy. What?
The vigilantes have their back and forth, and we find
So
out
gold rim
that
glasses is
Vigilante
not our.
2 not only doesn't like
Are not our
Peacemaker,
vigilante.
but he considers him his arch enemy. Yeah. And he is a member of the Sons of Liberty. So the reveal of this means that the Sons of Liberty, the terrorists in episode 3, are actually good guys.
Good
Peacemaker
guys.
killed all of them. And we then go
Damn.
on to see
Bro, can't
one
catch
little
a
thing
break.
after another. Adebayo's walking through the streets. She's looking around. We see a woman stopping and rolling by and staring at her, freaked out in her car. We see Harcourt and Peacemaker walking together, and Harcourt looks around and she says, "This is weird." And we've noticed her looking around. Maybe you've noticed her. And
Yeah,
when she's
throughout
in
the
car,
entirety of the
she's
episode,
looking
and she's
around
like,
at all
"Yo, where
people
the
on
hell is?"
streets. And she's like, "What's going on here?" She's kind of freaked out. And then she says to Peacemaker, "I haven't seen a single person of color since I've been here." And at that point, Keith pulls up. He jumps out of his car. He looks at Adebayo and says, "What got out? I'm black!" What? Everybody starts chasing her.
We took great care with the crew to explain what we were doing
Yes.
each day.
Yeah, we were really sensitive. I was really, one person I talked to a lot about it was Danielle Brooks, because I wanted to make sure we were being sensitive to everything. But yeah, so we were really trying to be as careful as possible. But listen, I mean, it's a twist. And then Peacemaker unrolls the American flag, and he sees that it doesn't have the stars on it. It has a swastika.
This is your perfect world, huh?
And I think we leave it at a pretty scary place for poor old Adebayo, who's being chased.
Is he gonna
by a
say
bunch
that
of
it's
white
Earth
people,
X?
and everybody else is in big trouble as well. So we've really backed the 11th Street kids into a corner at the end of the episode. I think it works well because Peacemaker has thought this was a perfect world, that everything is great, that everything is perfect, that this is a father and brother he always wanted, and everyone's a fucking Nazi.
What the story's about, it's like the grass isn't always greener on the other side. He goes to
Literally.
another world that's also totally fucked up. And it's kind of about like wherever you
Everybody
go,
got
there
their
you are,
shit.
Yeah.
you know? And you can't get away from yourself in some ways.
Yeah, and that's what, I mean, Adebayo says to him, God put you here for a reason. This is where you belong, And he thinks that there's a massive
very true
problem where he was born in the bad world instead of the good world. But it's not really what it is. It isn't that at all. And we'll find out next episode everything. And it is
what happens
a
to Adebayo.
crazy episode.
In an earlier version, I remember that you were writing, Amelia Harcourt was gonna go deep undercover with some Nazis, and I was gonna have to shave my head.
There was a completely, I wrote a whole season treatment for a completely different version that was about like the gang of Nazis that Augie Smith left in his wake and just never felt it.
You wrote a full first episode, and then you scrapped it. You were like, this isn't it.
Oh, that's right. That is right.
Yeah,
I wrote
remember it had
a
that
whole
really
different
cool,
first
it had
episode.
like a really cool action
It has a
sequence at the
great
end.
action sequence in it that I hope I can use somewhere else. But I think I was just writing around the action sequence. That's right. And it had nothing to do with the two
Yeah,
worlds.
we talked about it, and I was like, I feel like we all want to know, like, what's going on with these characters that we love that we haven't seen, and we kind of weren't getting that sort of character development and everything, and then you just went back to the drawing board and you wrote a completely different season of television.
And the opening was going to be this Busby Berkeley water ballet with all of us spinning.
I do remember that. I do know that I was going to hold off killing Peacemaker 2 till later in the season when I first was writing it, and I'm like, that was a good ending for the first episode. Get people hooked.
Now that's true though.
All right, well, let's talk about the song Spotlight today, guys. What's the... Oh, we don't have a lot of...
First of all, let's talk about the song that drops as Adebayo is running from the horde of...
The horde of Nazis.
Nazi zombies.
I love that song.
And what your experience was with that.
Okay, I'm a huge Dynasty fan. They're one of my favorite metal bands. I said that Bandmate was my favorite metal band, and that is sort of true, but Dynasty also is my favorite metal band. And
now I find that out.
They're well, they're actual real metal. Like a lot of the bands, are like glam metal, and that's not really metal usually. But in terms of actual metal bands, they're one of my favorites. That doesn't mean that I thought the song was perfect, but it was a song that I had from the original. I rarely ever change out songs, but nobody liked the song when I put it. When I put it in the cut, including Lars and Peter Safran, who were trying to talk me into to dropping the song, and I was secretly texting with Galen saying, "What's their problem with this song?" And so we actually went through and tried another 20 songs at the end, like Alice Cooper's "Brutal Planet" and a bunch of other stuff, and just nothing worked. So I'm like, I don't know, what do they know? So I kept it. I kept in Dynasty.
Well, kudos to you for trying other things and trying to figure out.
No, and I appreciate your hearing and then not doing it. That's good. I mean, you obviously,
Listen,
don't pitch.
I rarely question any of your music because your music choices on everything are always phenomenal. So I know if I make a choice or I'd say something, I'm putting my ass on the line.
But it's I always appreciate it. They're a Swedish heavy metal band, by the way, another Swedish band. But it's like that's how I like to approach things. I didn't feel that there was anything wrong with it. But other people had that thought, and they rarely ever say anything but I love that song there. So I wanted to kind of, see if there was something there. I didn't think there was, and so that's the song we have. First opening song is Little Drops of Heaven by Pretty Maids off their 2010 album Pandemonium, a Danish heavy metal band formed in 1981. They've been around for a long time. Great band, tons of great songs, by the way. Second time I've used them this season. But I think we have to go for Forever in One Neverland by Halloween off their 1996 album, The Time of the Oath. Which is our
Bro
song
knows
Spotlight.
music.
They are a
Bro knows
German
music insane.
power metal
And then to
band.
hear
They're
him talk
also
as a
real. They have
director
some
and
really
writer
great-
and stuff
they're
like
great.
that
They
too,
got-
it's like, damn,
they're
bro.
not- most of their song, the song is very melodic and kind of a ballady. And their music is mostly not like that. They were founded in 1984 in Hamburg by members of bands from Iron Fist, Gentry, Second Hell, and Powerful. So they are a great, fantastic band, and we love them as much as Nazi Earth 2 loves them.
He did not say Earth X.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe thought twice about that.
Put that together.
I thought it was weird too. This is very common. I find out afterwards. But when we go into the to Argus, there's
Facts,
a
Ben's
trained
never heard of
dog
ever.
who needs to bark at me.
Yeah.
But that just
And
shows how much music bro
they were
really
speaking
listens
German to
to.
the dog, and I was like, I guess the Argus people in Earth 2 are speaking, that's a new thing James added to the script or something like that. But then I realized that they just give the dog commands in German. I guess it's pretty common, especially with these
I had a friend who used to
German
train
Shepherd
police
dogs.
dogs. And
Yeah.
it was
Method
all in
dog
German.
trainers.
So they're screaming, Sprechen, Sprechen. to get the dog to speak. That means speak maybe or something.
It does,
like that?
yeah. And so, but I think I don't know why that is. Would be interesting. Maybe somebody can tell us why that is. But I would guess it's because you're not going to accidentally tell the dog to do something when they're sitting next to somebody in a cafe and somebody
says the wrong.
Yeah, says whoa, did you bite that thing? And then it bites the guy.
That probably doesn't go over very well in Germany, though.
Well, you don't have to bring your dog to Germany.
French there, yeah.
They
Should we
speak
go to
French
the
there is
Eagle Air
diabolical.
mailbag?
Yeah, what do you got?
All right, well, we have an audio message from D. Bradley Baker.
Wait, you know who that is, right?
Oh, that's Eagly.
That's Eagly.
What the hell?
We got an audio message from Eagly.
Hey, this is D. Bradley Baker, vocal performance for Eagly. I just wanted to hold back my tears and express my gratitude for the entire creative team that restored my faith in eagles, and once again proved that Benjamin Franklin didn't know what the hell he was talking about when he tried to force his turkey on us as the national bird. If a bird such as Eagly can hit its marks on a complex dance number with humans of mixed ability in dancing and still kick ass, then maybe each of us can dig way down and find a little bit of the hero within us to bring to our daily lives.
Bro, I know this voice.
So, thank you, Eagly, and every one of the brilliant people that came together to make him so convincingly
Chat,
real
why do
that
I
can't
know this?
believe what I'm seeing with
Okay, it's Anna. It's okay. Yo, Geek Ledger. I was like, why do I know this voice? Who is
Any
this?
chance of a Peacemaker Creature Commandos crossover?
Yeah, freaking animated.
Kind of is.
Kind of is a crossover.
Well, because we got Rick Flag Sr. in there.
Yeah, and he talks
And
about
broke his back.
He talks about breaking his back from
Which
in
actually
some way.
happened in the.
I think that what this person wants is for like Weasel and the Bride to team up and
come
Phosphorus with
The
the
big
11th
prime
Street Kids.
eagle is Obi-Wan, son. That's
In a way, yeah, I think
diabolical.
that's possible, yeah.
And I think he
I
sounded
think
like
it's
one
possible.
something
Or even
else too,
Chronicle
yo.
In a way. In a way.
All right. Well, Kilo Wogue Core via
Kilo
the
Wog.
DC Discord wants to know what was the formula that really helped
Kilo
you
Wog.
write
Kilo
Peacemaker
Wog, man.
and Vigilante. Both are often jerks who nonetheless want to be good people. What did you keep in mind while writing them to maintain that delicate balance and keep them
He
lovable
voiced the
and
clones.
sympathetic?
Okay,
Nothing.
okay.
I mean, I think it's just for Peacemaker, it's writing him as real
Okay.
as possible.
Okay, so
And
that's
Like,
that's
it's
why he
just
sounds
writing
like
him as a real person, and he's-
Fives? Is it
he a
Fives from
lovable
Bad
guy.
Batch?
He
Because that's
wants
what I was
to
thinking.
love. I'll be honest, it's Vigilante.
Oh, a
is
voice-
lovable
oh,
because it's
okay,
funny
okay.
and because Freddie Strowman
James
is so
Arnold
likable as a
Taylor
person.
voices. Yo, I
but
knew that
Vigilante
voice
is a
somewhere, bro. But
sociopathic
so he gotta
murderer.
be,
and
bro, from
the
Bad
fact
Batch.
that we love him at all is kind of crazy.
I think he was one of the aliens on Ben
because
10
he
too, bro. 'cause
is
that
not
voice
the
sounded
good
very
guy,
serious.
and he
Sounded very
seems
familiar.
to basically, essentially, have no conscience whatsoever.
Totally.
But there is a sweetness to him, and I think that is also on the page. There's a little bit of a sweetness to him in the fact that he looks up to and loves Peacemaker. He loves Economos, and he loves Eagly.
Big time.
And that's kind of the end of the list of people who he loves.
Doesn't even love his mother.
He definitely does not love.
Oh, he has
no.
the tick on the dick line. I mean, come on, it's one of the best lines.
Yeah, who else has a mom who's a tick on their dick? While she's right there. And then she keeps coming.
Oh, she was amazing.
Yeah.
Tunes him out.
Well, I feel like I feel like I just want to ask. You know, we've got Sam here.
Yeah.
I want to. We it's so rare to get him in this type of setting. So I feel like I'm just curious about.
Don't put me on the spot.
How did you first hear about this job?
You guys had all hired Todd Lapp, who was the gaffer on season 1.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be in Vancouver shooting when you guys came up, and this is in the middle of COVID, in the middle of everything. Todd Lapp's a dear friend of mine who I'd worked with on pilots before and I'd worked with on a show before. He sent me photographs of your production office and the posters you had up in the room, which were I think there was a High Rocks one, a Cinderella one, something like
James wouldn't know. He never came into the office.
That's true. That's true. But in your offices, I think it was the Mammoth Studios, Todd Lapp. And Todd Lapp.
Yeah, no lie. I think I was in the offices one time on season one because of COVID.
Todd Lapp and I had played in a band a year prior or something like that for a benefit thing in.
Bob wasn't part of Bad Batch.
So
Good point.
He knew I was a big metalhead. I know he's a big
the other
metalhead,
dude, the tech dude or whatever Brett's name was.
Of all these posters, Cinderella, Crew, Scorpions, High Rocks, all the rest of it. And the bizarrest thing was one of the posters was a Choir Boys. I didn't know anybody else on the planet, certainly this side of the Atlantic, that even knew who the Choir Boys were. Todd had told me about this job that was coming into Vancouver.
Choir Boys had a song in episode 1 and a song in episode 2.
Yes.
Amazing band, great album.
Phenomenal band. Absolutely phenomenal band. Spike, the singer's from the same part of the world as I'm from Newcastle. Anyway,
You're from England?
So Todd had sent me these photographs. He was like, "You got to get on this fucking gig," and somehow. And then I did a Zoom chat with James, and we talked about everything other than the job.
Yeah,
we talked about music. We talked about the '80s. We talked about.
Weren't you friends?
Okay, so he was on Ben 10. Bro, that voice, bro, it sounded like mad I don't know. It just sounded mad familiar.
With actually one of the original guitarists from the Choir Boys, Ginger. Ginger, he plays in the White House.
It sounded like
now.
Star Wars and it sounded like Ben 10. That's all I knew.
Going back a long, long time, a lot of years, some of the bands we played with in the 80s were the Choir Boys. We played with a band called the Babysitters that then turned into Last of the Teenage Idols. And
what was your band called?
Dogs
Spinal Tap.
Remember the Dogs D'Amour?
Yeah.
So all of that.
We got Dogs D'Amour are in season 1 too.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I missed that one.
In episode 5.
Sam, what was your band?
And then I played in a band called Polka Alice. And the name Polka Alice came from, we got that name. She was the last, she ran gin joints and she ran whorehouses in the Old West. And she.
Are you on Spotify?
Don't think so. I don't want to.
We need to get some.
We've kept the music off that as much as.
You and I have albums.
I have an EP
on
Spotify.
And
you do?
I have an album.
It's called Scab. Yeah.
I'm definitely listening to Economist and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is it poker or polka?
Polka, as in polka.
Oh, poker. Okay, not
Alice.
polka.
She was a real woman that from the Wild
polka
West.
metal. I mean, why not?
That's very true. Yeah. But yeah, that's how I got the gig. We didn't even talk about the job when we met on.
What instrument do you play?
I don't. I was the singer.
You're the singer. You're the lead singer. Oh, you guys are the same.
Awesome. Yeah.
You guys are the same. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
We've shared the embarrassing photographs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Numerous times we've seen each other's photos. We got crazy shit going on.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you some photos, man.
Wow, that's so cool. You guys just got on a Zoom and you didn't even talk about the job. You just.
Because I think Lars and I and because of COVID and everything like that, I think Lars and I.
They were already liked him. I probably was just making sure he wasn't a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know, because I trust my guts pretty good. I mean, you're talking to the man that had a lunch with Pete Diddy in 1998 and went. I don't want to be anywhere near this piece of shit for the rest of my life. This guy is bad fucking news.
Yeah.
So I got a good gut.
Yeah.
Well.
First that I had one lunch with PD and he was like, I'm out of
here. Good night. Good luck.
That's fucking hilarious.
I want to thank all three of our guests today. It's always fun to get to hang out with you guys. It's one of the joys of getting to do this show is getting to hang out with you guys. Oh, I don't know how we just ended up with the majority of the people that work on the show. I guess it's just James. I guess that's what it is. It's like you attract, really cool, great people. Like
Lars hires all these people. I don't hire all these people. I mean,
yeah, I've hired some.
the actors, me, but
right.
like and John Papsadero, who casts the show.
We've been lucky most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we should
Okay, so Brett did do the voice of Fives as well. He did the voice of Hunter, Echo, Tech, Wrecker, Crosshair, Commander Cody, Fives, and Gregor. So I'm not tripping. That's who I heard. I heard Fives and whoever else is the other dude on, whoever he is on
James works, we work, all
Ben
this work,
10.
and so we try to fit people into that.
Also, it's like when you're like Lars and I both have a good network of people that we know in this industry. And so if he's going to hire somebody, he has people he can call to say, is this guy suck or what? And I do the same thing with,
100%.
Peter Safran and I do the same thing with actors. We won't work with assholes. We have a no asshole policy. So we call up other directors and producers and actors that have worked with actors that we're thinking about hiring. And we just make sure that we have a good chance at success. Doesn't always work.
Yeah. I mean, we've been dealing with AG. I mean,
well,
shut the fuck up, Lars. Anyway.
Aji, or whatever you're
Aji is crazy.
So many films in productions, like it doesn't seem like you could have. You're like a vampire or something. How could you? I don't know how you've been alive long enough to do as much.
He's always been here.
I didn't really have much of a. I didn't really have a lot of college experience. I kind of skipped that world.
Yeah.
I just dove right in.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of family that was in it, so I was lucky to get in very early. So yeah.
That's amazing.
Swamp
Well, thank you
Fire.
guys so much for joining us and chatting about this episode with us. So next week, Danielle Brooks and Nut Lee, who played Leota Adebayo and Judo Master, a.k.a. Rip Jagger, join us to talk Season 2, Episode 7.
Oh, that's
titled
awesome.
Like a Keith in the Night.
Ooh.
Name pun.
Stream new episodes of Peacemaker on HBO Max, the HBO Max YouTube channel, and wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to check out new episodes of DC Studios Showcase. Frankie, Tyler, and Coy will also be unpacking Peacemaker Season 2. This has been a DC Studios presentation.
Peace out.
Peace out.
So that was a
an
dope
OBB
episode,
sound
bro.
production for H-
All of that was cool. Like, all of that was dope. Oh, no. Don't start over. Okay, I did want to hear what he said.
Yeah, the Justice Tunai is in a cell beside me and determining international politics. Meanwhile, I'm here in Belle Reve listening to a bear-sized man with dragon skin butt-fucking a glowing twink with cartoon eyes in a cell.
That's just crazy. I have no idea who he could be talking about. Literally no idea who he could be talking about. That's wild. What a good episode, you guys. For real, for real. I had a good time across the board. Yeah, it sounds like we will be getting more Judo Master and Adebayo. I mean, they are the two persons of color that are going to be in this universe that aren't trapped in wherever the hell they're supposed to be trapped at. Talking about one got out. So, yeah, bro, we're going to have to see what the hell is going on. And it's like, yo, they can't just, I don't know. Like, it's gonna be just as easy for Earth 2, because it's Earth 2 is Earth X, or it's the Nazi planet, or whatever you want to call it. It's gonna be just as easy for them to get it back into our universe as it is to get into theirs. If Earth 1 can get into Earth 2, Earth 2 can get into Earth 1 also. You know? In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, he did vocal effects of the animal that became Adam Warlock's pet. Yo, that's crazy. He's had experience voicing animals. He's the voice of Momo and Appa. What the hell? So bro is just doing... I don't even understand that. I need to see him in the shit working. He's Perry the Platypus too? What? Eagly's voice actor did the vocals for Sebastian the Rat in James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie too. What? Damn. Yo, what's up with the Cuphead? How you doing, G? Welcome in. Are we getting a season 2 of Marvel Zombies? Yeah, we should be, I think. We don't know for sure. I mean, they just put an announcement out that it was actually initially supposed to be put out as a movie, Marvel Zombies. But because of Sony's rights, there were issues, and you actually can't, they weren't able to put Spider-Man in theaters, basically. Is Peacemaker ever going to find out what Eagly is capable of? I think so, because I think Eagly is going to come into big play for the resolution of the plot for some, in some way, shape, or form. There's a big reason why we were shown that he was Prime Eagle last week. And I think those Prime Eagle abilities are going to come into full effect against these Nazis. I hope season 2 happens. There might be a season 2 for Marvel Zombies because there might be, but there also might not be. And I don't think, I'm saying it might not be because, again, it was initially supposed to be a movie, and since it wasn't a movie, they made it a show. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? And that's one of the only reasons why I'm like, maybe not. I would like to see Peacemaker and Eagly's backstory. I think that would be cool. You know? I hope we get some comics soon, bro. Like some, in-universe comics, like explaining stuff. That would be so cool. That was such a solid episode. I really wasn't. I did not know it was going to be going so crazy. Like, wow. Yeah, when the Wolverine game comes out, we're definitely going to be playing that here on the channel. Don't you worry, yo, pretty little Cuphead. Do you think Peacemaker will keep the peace cycle? Nah, he'll probably make his own. I doubt he's going to be able to get that through the portal. He would have to, like... I mean, let's be honest. It's definitely possible for him to just drive it through the house and drive it into the portal. But I just don't think that's likely, It's possible, though. It's super possible. But, again, likely? I don't know. We got two episodes left, chat, of Peacemaker, and I'm super excited for it, man. I hope you guys are too. I definitely hope you guys are pumped about it as well. If you haven't already, make sure you drop a like on the video if you like the video, because it helps out tremendously around these parts. You can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to save your day with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. I don't know what other watch parties or stuff that we're going to be doing this week, but we will be having our reaction videos coming out for this season of Peacemaker, also for Alien Earth, and for Gen V. So make sure you guys tune in for all that stuff. And then next week, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of streams and stuff as well. So make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, so you can always tune in to the discussion, whatever that discussion may be. You know what I mean? Are you excited for Peacemaker? I am hella excited for Peacemaker, Michael. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think that Peacemaker, Lanterns, I think Lanterns is going to be fire, bro. Like, legit. I'm so hyped for Lanterns. I think it's going to be insane. I really do. I think they're going to be going, I think they're going to go to the distance with Lanterns, for sure. I'm hoping that they don't do the typical thing. Like, Peacemaker did not do that typical take your hero stuff, everything away from them, and then only give them their hero moment at the end of the show. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't do that with Peacemaker, so I'm hoping that Lanterns doesn't follow that dumbass suit anyway. Marvel had a really bad problem with that, you know, trying to tell everybody's origin stories in all these different ways. It just doesn't work all the time. You know, and telling an origin story is fine, but keeping the entire season for an origin story is criminal. Like, there's nothing you can tell me to make me think that it's not criminal. I think at least the first episode or the first 2 episodes should handle everything about them getting their powers, their whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? And then through the course of the rest of the season, they find out how to use it and all that. But I understand they want to have that huge hero moment at the end, but I feel like the hero moment is not supposed to be the climax of your show. The hero moment is supposed to be the journey of the show, and that's very much what's kind of going on. You know, that's kind of what Peacemaker does, is they go on the journey of him becoming a more and more of a hero, or at least with him changing his mind frame of what it means to be a hero at the very least. And I like that. And I'm hoping that Lanterns takes an aspect in that way as well. But we do know that they're going to be like walking and doing shit like that too. So there's probably going to be a reason why they don't need their rings and so on and yada, yada, yada. I'm just hoping that we keep it hero and don't go too, you know, don't try too hard to stay grounded. That's my whole thing. Bruh, Wonder Man, don't get me started. Wonder Man's about to be a banger, bro. Is Green Lantern show, Mr. Bro, I hope Green Lantern show is rated R? It might be rated R, Cup. I don't know, though. I don't know. But it's going to be an HBO show, you know what I mean? So it's not outside of the realm of possibility at all. But I definitely appreciate you guys. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their day, bro. For real, for real. Like, I really do. Like, I hope everybody has a good one. And I hope you guys are all ready to lock in for everything that we're going to be doing next week. Join the Discord if you're not already in the Discord. We're gonna be having a big Discord overhaul very soon, so I hope you're all ready for that as well. Like, it's about to get going, it's about to get cracking, and I hope everybody is ready for that action. All right. With all that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Mark Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.markbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the super fan.
Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties.
We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update. On today's pop culture news update.
Mustache, baby, underneath your nose.